This week on We Hate Movies, it's the only film in history where Patrick Stewart sucks the cream out of a Twinkie. It's Safe House. I'm Andrew Jupin, Steven Sadak,
Eric Siska,
Safe Cabin,
and we hate movies. Hello, everyone. Welcome to We Hate Movies. Thank you for tuning in, as always. That's right. If you're new to the program, it's a comedy show where we take a movie of any kind, good, bad, or otherwise, and lampoon it for just a little bit.
kick it around.
Kick it around, you know? Just
Yeah.
Robert De Niro kick it around a little bit.
Yeah.
Gotta say, this is a long time coming. We've been talking about doing this movie since like season 1 of We Hate Movies.
Probably before we ever did a
Yes.
podcast.
yes,
The
and I
college
never
faith.
understood it. I'm going to be the.
Stop
I'm going to
it.
get out ahead of the
Oh,
thing.
my
I
God.
never quite understood it.
Put your
The
monocle
thing
on.
is, Chris, you weren't there the first time
It's
we
true.
watched it.
This is
Yep.
this is key to it. I think.
That's true.
It was
That's
us
true.
and a buddy of ours, Justin, brought this to our attention. This movie he grew up with. Says, "Oh, you ever see that Patrick Stewart movie?" Like, what Patrick Stewart movie? We watched it. Jaws on the floor. They're like, "Hey, Chris, this is amazing, right?" He's like, "No."
Yeah.
Yeah.
It took a while. I didn't see it right away. It took a while to see it, and then I'm like, oh, so it's like it's a weird Alzheimer drama. Is that
Yep.
what's happening here?
Yes, and it's funny.
I
I'm sorry.
guess,
I know
I
we
guess.
have to be respectful for people with Alzheimer's. Listen, I know I was living in a house with someone with Alzheimer's for a while. It is not great, and it's nowhere near as funny or as enjoyable as this movie.
Look, I don't know. Everybody poo-poos the best comedy ever away from her. Just a riot.
I will say, you know, just honestly, we never do this. Maybe just stop the podcast and watch the movie really
Yeah.
quickly.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
It's a bit of a
available.
seeing is believing.
A little
scenario.
bit.
At
It
the very
is.
least, it's on Tubi in the United States. You can watch it on Tubi. It is too long. I will grant you that. Now, what was great about watching it as a couple of fellers in college?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
You're having a couple beers. You're
Yes.
going. You're laughing about the last part during the downtime.
You're
This-
rip-roaring.
If this was 90 minutes, it'd be a perfect film.
It would be.
Yeah,
But it's
yeah.
an hour and 52 minutes, and it's just too
That's
long.
a big problem.
I mean, I guess like it really does matter. What is your comic wattage with Patrick Stewart crying because he can't name presidents while trying to eat candy?
Yes. Okay.
What is
Well,
the-
it's the candy part is really what's funny there because we've just been playing cards with candy. That's pretty
Yes.
great. You got to look at it the bigger picture, though,
Sure.
Steve. Chris, his ailment is, not the only thing going on in this
True.
movie.
No.
There's other people attempting to act like they're in a motion picture.
Stewart. Beautiful Stewart.
Political intrigue.
Oh,
there is
Michael
that.
Moore.
Yeah,
Yes.
Michael Moore. President Michael Moore.
Yes, President. Oh, the thought of having Michael Moore at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue gives me the creeps.
Oh, what is he going to do? Just belittle all of our beautiful car manufacturers?
Oh, you all thought it was so bad when Trump had McDonald's in the White House, but how about hot dogs for miles with that guy?
But I guess it's okay because it's a small business and not McDonald's, right?
Yeah, we are referencing the fact that the non-scene really antagonist, besides on television here, and
Yeah.
there,
Yes.
is a former Navy admiral that is running for president. The nomination is in the bag, and for some reason they named him Thomas Michael Moore. And Michael Moore is the last name spelled like Michael.
Yeah.
It sounds sometimes like Macklemore, which sounds like that's a name.
Right.
But when you have to say Michael Moore, like really quick,
The
yeah,
thought-
Thomas Michael Moore.
The thought of that haircut at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue gives me the creeps.
Well, because you're never, very rarely are they referring to him as Thomas or Thomas Michael Moore. More times than not, it's just Michael Moore.
It's just Michael Moore, and it makes you stop and do a double take at your television every single time it happens.
Patrick Stewart be like, fucking Michael Moore, am I right?
You know that Michael Moore? I served with Admiral Michael Moore, and he's just a real murderer, man, a real bad dude.
You know what? if you want some health care, get some money, okay? You pieces of shit.
I read that he made Columbine. Could you believe it?
He played games at Columbine. He bowled at Columbine.
Columbine was happening. He was bowling.
Oh, you're bowling for Columbine, Michael? Really?
Why weren't you bowling out Dylan and whatever the other guy's name was?
So I guess Columbine was a strike then, right? You knocked down all 10 pins with that one, huh, Michael?
I think
Moore?
you're a bit of a turkey. Yeah, this movie is from 1998. It's directed by a guy who could have the name of a presidential assassin, Eric Stephen Stahl.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
You've been
nice.
sentenced to hang until dead for the assassination of President Lincoln.
Is it Eric Stephen?
It's Eric, one word, Stephen, another word.
Yeah. No, because that's
Stahl.
my middle name, Eric Stephen.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit, dude.
It's
Well,
like we're kissing cousins with this guy.
we get, yes. So it just real quickly, it's Patrick Stewart is a retired government operative who has early
Or
onset
is he-
Alzheimer's.
I will say, or
That's
is
the
he?
twist.
Or is
That's
he?
The thing.
You
Like,
don't know.
is he
You
just
don't
a
know.
crazy old man?
Yeah,
don't
it might
know.
be.
But this is what he's telling us.
Yes.
And he gets assigned a new health aid worker played by Kimberly Williams-Paisley from the Father of the Bride movies.
According to Jim,
And according to Jim,
The bigger one.
series regular. She was the main
she's
fucking
fucking
cast,
his
Chris.
best buddy.
Oh, was she? Oh, she's fucking the guy.
Yeah,
She's
the
fucking the
friend.
next door neighbor.
Yeah, she's fucking one of those guys.
I think that makes her also the next door neighbor. But there was the fat guy who was like the buddies with Jim
Yes,
Belushi.
I think she was banging that guy, which is gravity
And is it-
defining.
And it's Melrose Place who's banging
According to
Jim.
Jordan Smith, yes.
yes.
So we get like what this dude, by the way, his name is Mace in this movie. Patrick Stewart plays Mace. And he's like starting the day.
Yeah.
I want to get right to it.
Sure.
This
Get to
dummy.
Yeah.
Dude, so like the whole thing is like he's paranoid that this Michael Moore guy is coming for him. There's some sort of a taunting situation, I think, going on, and all these guys are getting killed. So he's paranoid. The whole movie is Patrick Stewart is paranoid.
Yeah.
And the precautions that he uses to protect himself or whatever. And one of them is sleeping on the floor like Tom Hanks at the end of Castaway while a dummy sleeps in his bed
That
and a
looks
little
ex-
talk man
it
does
look-
fucking snoring
It
sounds.
looks exactly like him. It is so fucking funny. It's like, yes, I'm Ferris Buellering myself.
Oh, does that mouth open on that dummy or what?
This
I-
would
I was not absent 9 times, Michael Moore. I could use my computer to change my grade.
I mean, this would bleed the account dry of Tim Apple. Like,
Yes.
nobody can do this for this long and hire Stuart to try to kill you every day as
Right,
well.
True.
And at the thing about it, they do the drills throughout. This
Yeah.
Stuart, this pool boy that he trusts, or what?
Pool man. This guy's
Pool
pretty
man.
He's a man.
It's a pool
Right.
man.
Sorry about that.
It's a 40-year-old dude
I
cleaning the pool.
apologize. to
God damn
pool
it,
men-
Eric.
Pool men everywhere. But
Son of a bitch.
you're doing all these drills. His friend is pretending to try to kill him all the time so that he's ready for when Michael Moore strikes. But at a certain point, wouldn't you let your guard down because you're used to your friend doing this? Are you
exactly.
actually going to pull the trigger?
But that's the thing is you're doing these drills with paintball rounds. So like you have to be like, oh, I guess like if you're a genius, you're like, oh, that's definitely Stuart.
Mm.
But like if you hear a noise in the night, are you going to reach for the paintball gun or are you going to reach for the real gun?
Well,
Exactly.
great question.
Yeah.
And I feel like there should have been a real like whoopsie daisy about that. you
Well-
know? I'm sorry. The Chinese delivery guy. Oh, I'm terribly sorry.
We don't talk about what happened with Leonard, okay? Stuart was the replacement for Leonard. We don't talk about what happened. There is a loose bit of dirt in the back of my lawn,
Yes,
just with
very
a little hole down there, but
An L-shaped hole. Quick question. Does anyone know who played Stuart? He's in a previous episode of this very, very famous
Oh my
Really?
God.
I was gonna guess this guy was straight out of the bowels of Mad TV.
gonna do tough turf.
No,
Damn it.
I got it, by the way. He's the teacher in Scream 2
No.
that is just like
No.
letting the kids have fun and talk about sequels.
So this is the same year.
Oh, really? Yes. He's credited as artsy teacher in that
Oh,
film.
Oh wow.
Arts.
didn't even get a Mr. Allen, huh? Pretty bad.
No. Tomo would say that's a bad rap
Yeah.
with the casting.
He's hilarious in this movie because he's it clearly was just a stand-up comedian that did impressions. I'm almost positive I saw his special at some point.
Wow.
Like
no.
way back when, like 'cause when I saw this movie with you guys, I'm like, oh, it's that guy. And I think even when I saw Scream 2, I was like, oh, it's that guy. Back in my like loving stand-up comedy days,
You would catch all the specials.
exactly, and it was like and this guy was like an impressionist to a point.
Yeah.
It is truly to a point.
I mean, he probably burned down the LA Improv in '93. But I don't know here. Like, eventually you get tired of this shit.
The impressionist thing, the problem with seeing like a stand-up comedy impressionist guy is like, unlike this show where we're like talking like, and then we're talking about a movie, and then Patrick Stewart says, it's like, oh wow, what a great Patrick Stewart.
Oh yeah.
They should have a Comedy Central special.
You have to be like, hi everybody, I'm here naked on a stage.
Yeah.
You ever hear of Star Trek: The Next Generation?
Yeah. And that's like the setup, I always feel, is the toughest part
It is.
of
It's
an
the
impressionist doing stand-up, is because there's only so many variations on I think it would sound a little like this.
Yes.
Yeah.
And everybody knows what you're saying, even if you're trying to cover that up.
And you have to have like someone like Jim Carrey can get over that because the energy is so
Yes.
big, it doesn't
Yes.
matter.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
most people, I mean, most comedians are like, oh, I was wondering what would John Wayne say at a Wendy's? And I'm like, oh
Yes.
man, just stop right now. Whatever it is,
See, that's
no.
the thing, and like that, that setup, I think, is gonna be funnier than what the punchline of him saying.
I'm
something
gonna
at
need
Wendy's would
the
be.
code to the bathroom, Pilgrim.
What do you mean you don't got the spicy chicken sandwich? You had it last month.
Okay, I'm liking this actually.
Oh, absolutely, dude.
Well, let's write this down. We'll do it.
Let's do it. Let's become awkward stand-ups.
What in tarnation happened to the salad bar at this Wendy's?
What caliber is that Baconator?
Oh, great question. But yeah, so but it also like the weird thing about the Patrick Stewartness of this all, which is why this movie I think is worth watching if you're a Patrick Stewart fan, which I've been for 30 years.
Oh, yeah.
Most people in this room have been. It's amazing to watch him do this sort of to have a movie all to himself.
This is a capital P, capital
Yes.
S
Oh, well,
Patrick
well,
Stewart movie.
Capital T, capital V, TV movie.
Yeah. But I will say,
Showtime presents.
he could 100% do this as a one-man play.
Oh yes.
Just if you want to give him the
Ooh.
stage and play Stewart and
You know what? Yeah, you got to split up these roles. Get
Yeah.
more Hector Elizondo. He could play Stewart and double in the play
it's a
version.
two-man thing. It's
Well,
like
actually, I don't know, Eric. Can Hector Elizondo do a killer Jimmy Stewart impression?
You know what? I'd like to see him try.
Yeah,
it would sound a little something like this.
Oh, yes. So my money's not here. It's in Bill's house. And it's in Fred's house. And oh, how you doing, Movie Palace? Yes.
No, yeah, I know. It's dead on. It's dead. I sound exactly like Jimmy Stewart. Been working on it for years.
Mr. Gower punched me in the ear. Oh, did I do
Yeah,
it's fine. Sorry. Yeah, Hector Elizondo is like his doctor. It's a weird, like, it's a therapist, but also like a mental acuity guy. I
Yeah.
don't know if these twains ever meet like this in the
Mhm.
healthcare world. I'm not going to begin to pretend I know.
Dr. Simon.
He comes to nothing, which is
Yep.
kind of a bummer, especially
Yes.
like because Hector Elizondo is a name, and this movie desperately needs a name.
I'll tell you what it did do. This was a nice soft pitch for him to eventually become Monk's therapist.
Oh,
And-
no, is he a
Yes.
monk?
Oh, yes. He is like one of the main characters.
Oh,
of
Never
Monk.
watched a second of that shit.
I watched a few
Same.
episodes. Ted
Me-
Levine also.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
See,
Good
it's that,
cast.
it's that wall of USA original programming, man. That's a force
Right.
field I can't
And
penetrate.
It's pretty-
What was Monk's deal? He's
OCD.
Alzheimer's as well.
Oh,
No, yeah,
OCD.
OCD.
Okay, yeah.
Little different.
It's always we're always
Little
doing
different.
that now, aren't we?
We love the OCD. It's
Yeah.
fun.
Well, we love the other one now. Like there was that Good Doctor show.
Yes,
It's
the crying
like
doctor.
he's a
Oh,
great doctor,
fake
but he's
autism.
autistic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fake
but
autism is
it's
great.
like fake autism. Yeah.
Ooh, those clips are rough to watch. On
Absolute dude. Yeah, I'm like,
Dr. Hun!
I thought this kid was bad playing that little Norman Bates or whatever.
No.
Good Christ, that show.
But people love it, I'm sure, right? They'll run forever until we get like how we have young Sheldon now. We're getting young good doctor.
Oh,
think that's happening?
then that's just Doogie Howser. If that doctor gets any younger, though, that's
He's due. We're due for a new Doogie.
I'm telling
there
you-
is a new Doogie.
There's a new fucking Doogie.
There is a new
They,
Doogie,
they
yeah.
tried to do it.
Wait,
yeah.
wait. It's called Doogie Howser.
It is, yes.
She's
It's
on
like a little. It's a
television?
little girl.
Yeah.
And
In
I think it
Hawaii,
was
I
on
wanna
like
say?
Disney Plus or something. And I think Hawaii is
Oh
the
my!
location.
They gender swapped it.
Yep. Oh, they gender swap a Doogie.
How can a girl be a doogie? You can't put a bow in Doogie's hair.
Everybody knows there's no doctors in Hawaii.
Sheriff, I'm wearing a C4 vest because of the Doogie Howard gender flip.
They gender flipped her. They gender flipped my Doogie.
You
And
know,
then they made me watch Taylor Swift on the Super Bowl.
It's a psyop, and I'll prove it myself up in a federal building.
Yes, Ethan Hawke was right in that movie First Reform. I'm going to blow it all up. It's all bullshit.
Oh, man. Yeah, so he finds out another dude, hilariously, some sort of captain or whatever,
Yes.
pooler, has been murdered. So he's got to go update his little computer system. And it's like, this is where I was thinking it's like a tontine because there's just a list of dudes and it's like red lines through all of them. And he's like, oh, Michael Moore's coming for us all, isn't he?
I can't wait. I have a list. I have your guys' names printed out next to my computer too, just waiting to use that red pen.
Yes.
Desperate for it.
Squeak.
But
This is gonna look great when the cops come to your house and see on your computer, terminated. Not by me. No, it was somebody else who did it, but I just wanted to let them know it's terminated.
if Steve doesn't log in the morning, every morning,
Yes.
it'll be automatically sent, all the dossiers on us to every
Yes.
news organization.
Yes, the New York Times, page F17.
That's all my dead man switch.
Yes.
But this actually, his little computer setup does tell you, because they are. I mean, this movie's not very good. Spoiler alert. It is playing with the maybe it's all in his head, but clearly this computer and his Men in Black-esque gun cave. Like, no, he was an ex-operative.
There's a lot of weapons here.
Like,
There's
he
a lot of
definitely did this
technology.
stuff.
Also, not to go back to the Alzheimer's thing, but like once you see that they are trying to kind of get jokes out of it, you're like, oh, this isn't real. They're not going to own this. Like that's not going to happen. This has to turn.
Yes.
At this point, he has a maid, very stereotypical maid,
Right.
Spanish lady, just
full
you know,
uniform.
full uniform. The full uniform, like.
That's a
if you-
porno thing.
If you
Yes,
have a live-in maid and she shows up like that because you're an older person, yeah, we're not. No, oh, thank you, Rosa. No, we're good with just whatever jeans is fine.
Yeah, jeans
Wait,
and a
wait, wait,
t-shirt, that's
then-
fine.
Then it's like she comes in wearing that, and you're like, take it off.
No.
No, we're not doing that today.
Oh
We're
no,
not
that's
doing
just
clothes.
far too overdressed.
It's just so formal and stuffy, don't you think?
But yeah, like a uniform. No one's wearing a uniform in my house.
No.
No,
It's very uncomfortable.
Again, unless
So-
for sexual, whatever.
Right. Or
Well,
when
sure.
the officers arrive.
Oh, yeah. You can't come arrest me for murder unless you're in plain clothes. We're a casual household.
The only time that someone's going to be wearing a uniform is when they finally cut me down. Okay.
Yes, exactly.
So he gives it's kind of funny because he's doing video logs and so many of them start just as voiceover. So it's this movie's cheap ass captain's log, which I think
Yes.
is pretty great. And it's like, captain's log. I'm pretty sure Michael Moore wants us all to die. Oh, captain's log interrupted. There's a perimeter breach in section 6.
Yes.
And this is like, there's a dude on the property, blah, blah, blah. And this is like a standoff and a half. This guy comes in, he's dressed up, he's got a gun to this woman's head. She's fucking screaming, and it's all a fake drill.
Yeah.
Are you
Yes.
kidding me? The lawsuits.
He says like all these bullets would go right through her and through you, and she faints, and then he uses that opportunity to shoot him twice in the chest. But not.
Yeah, it's a paintball thing, and
It's
it's
a
like,
drill.
oh man! And I mean, like, all right, Stuart, I'm going to give you $1,000 a month, at least 3 times a month. You come in and invade my home. You cannot molest my maid at all, though. That's number one.
Hands on shoulders and hips, sir. Nowhere else.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah, he just grabbed this woman and used her as a shield.
You know,
and-
Stuart, I appreciate the commitment to the bit, man. You're really losing yourself in these roles, but you roughed that girl up, man. That's not cool.
Why don't you just tell her that you have a crush on her and stop dancing around it like this?
And
Okay,
also-
we know that you love Rosa. Everybody knows it.
And drill or no drill, no shoes in the living area. So if we were doing a drill, just take the shoes off right before you get in the living area. I really like the carpet in there is pretty new, man.
The way that they announce that this is all fake is like, because this dude is laying dead on the floor against like the kitchen cabinets or whatever.
And the movie's like 6 minutes in, so you have no idea what's going on.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. This housekeeper's like screaming and whatever. And then it's like, this dude just goes, oh, my fucking back.
Yeah.
And like, that's how he like revives or whatever. And I'm like, oh, stupid.
What is the first impression he does? Because my favorite part of this entire movie the daughter comes in. He's got a daughter. Patrick Stewart has a daughter, who's a successful woman. She's like obviously like she's always doing like 6 different things. She's like, obviously stopping by to make sure my father hasn't killed himself yet.
Yes.
And like she has to deal with the maid, and she's like, I'm so sorry. The maid quits, and she goes up to Stuart because she knows him, and she's like, so you just do this with my father all the time? This is ridiculous. This is a joke. And an adult man looks at a woman who's having a real conversation. Like, this is our relationship as it is. You know my dad. We're friends. And he goes, you talking to me?
Yes.
You talking to me?
Is the second impression. The first one is Bogey when the daughter's getting out of the car. It's like, see, the coppers are, and he's like, oh, it's Bogey. And Patrick Stewart's like, no, it isn't.
Yes. Yeah.
That's
at least
a
we're
bad
commenting
bogey,
on
man.
Yeah. At least we're commenting on this dude's shitty impressions. But yes, the whole thing about like, I just got chewed out by this lady. She's screaming and crying. There's possibly a fucking lawsuit on our hands. I can't believe this. What were you thinking? You talking to me? And it's like,
are you mentally okay, dude?
No. Oh, the answer to that is no.
They got two bad ones together.
I don't have a good De Niro either, but like, if you're gonna come at someone who's just like been berated and now is berating you, you're gonna come at them with an impression. You better fucking know that it's a solid impression.
Well, I will say, Robert De Niro is one that so many people have tried that I kind of see the safety in it. Like everybody fucks it up, so why not give it a shot? And like, I mean, he does. It would be much funnier if she's like, "What are you doing with him?" He's like, "Did you fuck my wife? Did you fuck my wife?" What I'm gonna call the cops. That's it. I'm calling the fucking cops.
It's too early for this. But Rosa the maid passed out, and you're laughing.
Oh yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Doesn't really sound like him in that one, but okay.
I would just also be like, "Hey, pool guy, I fucking write your pool cleaning checks.
Yes.
No more.
Yeah.
You are fucking fired, Stuart, the pool cleaner. Absolutely not."
From taking care of my former PR exec father.
Oh, is that? I didn't catch the cover. Is that
Public relations. He's
for the U.S. Information Service, which what is that?
I don't know what that is.
I guess he was a bad PR man if I don't know what the U.S. Information Service is.
It's all different versions of the CIA. It's the DIA, it's the USAIA.
The Defense Intelligence Agency.
There's like at least
what he needs. The acronym this dude needs AARP, man. That's where he needs to be.
Excellent. There's
Special Agent Undercover AARP.
There's a couple times where he gets like really indignant, like someone says like blah blah blah, how you used to work for the CIA, and he's like, DIA, damn it.
Well, that's the thing, and that's again,
they could sue us.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry, hearing Patrick Stewart say "fuck" a bunch in a movie is really fascinating.
Oh,
it's
so
like
good.
It's like when you look through like old photos of your parents and you find like one with your dad smoking a joint. You're like, whoa, what happened here?
Yeah, and here's the thing: fascinating yet also uncomfortable and unsettling.
Exactly, same difference.
You know, there's like, I hate to say it, what with my mouth. There's too much profanity in this movie.
No.
And it gets to a point where he's like, "You dumb motherfucking piece of shit." And I'm like, dude, this is Patrick Stewart. Come on.
Hard disagree. If anything,
I'm with Eric here.
increase
Yes.
it.
He's slumming it.
He
And
should
I
be-
already know he's slumming it because I'm watching Safe House, but then the toilet talk slums it even more.
I'm gonna say because I think the beauty of it, if there is that Patrick Stewart gets to act like a child for most of this. She gets to be like, "Oh, I get to eat candy. Fuck you, fuck face." Like, that's it.
But we'll get so basically the maid is now quit, and Patrick Stewart cannot take care of himself. His daughter takes him to see Hector Elizondo the first time, and this time he's dressed like a phone worker guy, like a guy who works at the phone company,
It's like a beard,
jumpsuit,
jumpsuit thing, hard hat on.
Beard. He also has a beard, right?
and he's sitting in the back of under the seat on the chair.
He's
on
on the
chair
back
couch.
seat, like in the floor of the car.
And then when he gets to the goddamn doctor's office with Hector Elizondo, he's like, "I'm only here but under duress." And it's like, duress from what? The threat of a mental competency hearing. And it's like, how long have you worked for the phone company? Like, you coming up in a disguise shows that you are mentally incompetent.
You might as well dress like Napoleon at that point.
Yeah.
Like, you have the hand in and really go for it.
Absolutely.
And he's like saying to him, like, "I have to do this dressed like a member of the fucking village people." It's like, well, curate your disguises a little better. Then, if you have a problem with this, you're the one making yourself do it.
Hector Elizondo should be the heavy. I mean, like I like the ending of the movie, but like at the end, it should also be like, she was working for me the whole time.
Yeah.
you
And
know?
that prescription I gave you were drugs to slowly sedate you.
Exactly. Oh yes, I was fooling with your mental acuity the whole time.
I got them from Mr. Grauer.
Or it's he's coming by to do a welfare check when things are going tits up, and he's also killed.
that too.
No.
Yes,
Because
yeah.
that would,
he disappears from the movie, which is a bummer.
My-
we need a
Michael
little bit of a
Moore.
body count in this movie.
Michael Moore was here. The doctor's been killed.
Michael Mosley, look at the dent in my fucking couch, man.
Sick ass groove, Michael Moore. Hope you win presidency. Yes.
And of course, yeah, look, if you look under the fucking thing, I said no shoes in here, and now there's little Cheeto dust because Michael Moore was in my fucking house.
I have to add this to the dossier. He killed my couch. Red line through my couch.
We're gonna need a new cushion.
But yes, it's like basically like this mental acuity, mental competency thing is being held over his head by his daughter because she's a dirter. He's very concerned about him, and so he needs a live-in house aide. Was the idea, not just a maid, but somebody who can do the medical part too. I guess.
Right.
Well, what is the joy he's getting out of making for many, it would seem many years now, making a complete idiot of his daughter?
Great question.
Like, what exactly is the positives there? Just like having funsies, I guess.
Well, I think it's more just like everything is expendable in the name of making sure that these state secrets are whatever, and he stays alive. So it's like, yeah, I might drive my daughter crazy, but at least I'm alive, man.
And so is she.
What does she matter?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he's a handful.
Yeah, a
little bit.
I'll give it to you, Chris.
Well,
He's a
we-
handful.
we-
We get this montage
yes,
here
the
of
fun
the
montage.
hiring people, trying to hire someone to take care of him, interspaced with him just shooting guns in the backyard, live
got a-
ammunition, apparently.
I got a list of
Oh,
couple of
please.
the people
Oh,
interviewing
please,
here
yeah.
and what I was calling them in my head. Because yes, it's the sisters interviewing, and he's just outside shooting guns. Shooting guns like in this like LA
Suburban.
suburb, like
Yeah.
the police would be called every day with this. But so anyway, Inhaler Girl,
Yes.
she was pretty good. Tough redneck guy who says he's used to giving attitude adjustments.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Y'all look, commit elder abuse on your father, definitely. Guy who looks like Jay Leno is the best one.
Yeah, yeah.
You have to, it's the ubiquitous fat guy in these things.
Yes.
And then also this woman that looks exactly like Penelope Spheris.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty
Also,
crazy. That there's like a propeller head song behind it while they're doing
Because
this.
it's wacky, but I mean, like honestly, a man with early onset dementia and a house full of guns is the setup for a horror movie, not a
Yep.
fun comedy.
Yeah,
Yep,
isn't that Don't
absolutely.
Breathe?
I was just gonna say, yeah.
Don't breathe, motherfuckers.
I will say better than that movie. That it is a much better movie than that.
But this is where we meet Kimberly Williams-Paisley doing an interview for the job. This is Andy Travers is her character.
What kind of name is Andy?
God damn it! And let me throw in a motherfuck while I'm at
And
it.
you know what? I kind of like it because it's close to candy, and I love candy so
I love
much.
So much candy
What-
in this movie.
I need a skittle.
What kind of name is Andy for a girl?
That's what it is.
It's short for Andrea. What kind of name is Mace? It's short for in your face.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
Oh, sick burn.
That is the craziest line of the film.
It's pretty
Well, that
great.
doesn't make much sense. In your face.
in your face.
Actually, there's a part because somebody said it to me on Twitter. I think that oh my god, you guys are doing Safe House. I've always wanted to see it because this clip's been on the internet, and it's him shooting at the petunias or at the
Oh, sure.
you motherfuckers are gonna kill all my lilies.
Yes. I think he thinks there's like roaches or something.
He
There's
is
some bugs
just
that
he
he's
just says
shooting
it's
at.
rodents. Like I
Yeah.
think he thinks
Oh,
he's
yeah.
shooting the Caddyshack gopher.
Oh, with its gyrating waistline and its fun-loving attitude and music.
It's a Cinderella story.
Oh, nothing is going to be all right, Mr. Gopher.
Everyone has to worry about me, motherfucker.
He's a Cinderella boy.
I'm buying Bushwood.
Yeah, but I mean, so she gets hired because she's like a young whatever, and like she's she knows about. She's like, oh, I'm studying.
She's a
elder or whatever.
PhD candidate.
Yes,
That's what it is.
PhD candidate, behavioral sciences, wants some on-hand experience.
Yeah.
So that starts.
Yeah, that's
our
great.
adventure.
It's so fun. I mean,
Chris, go wait in the car.
no, I will not. I will not.
Take off
She
your
comes
jumpsuit
in-
and wait in the car.
Yeah.
She comes in and like is, I guess, just like, well, yeah, no, I don't care about all of these red flags.
Yes.
I want to be in this. I know you can tell me everything about it. I'm still doing it. I don't care.
Oh, cool. Live rounds, huh? Awesome. That's that's great.
And there's just a stranger who's going to show up and shoot at the windows every day. Okay.
We forgot one of the great lines when he's coming home, like because he's arguing with the dirter,
Mhm.
and it's like, like about like, oh, I was DIA, not CIA, and he's like, oh, well, you never told us about it. It's like, oh, what? I was under deep cover. What do you expect me to come home say, hi, honey? What a killer day at the office. I killed 2 terrorists and a commie spy.
You could just not have told me you're a PR exec.
Yeah.
That would have been, you work for the government. I would have been fine with
And
it.
it's revealed later that he was obviously an undercover government agent or whatever. So he actually killed 2 terrorists and a commie spy.
Probably a
That
lot more
day
than that.
alone. Yeah, that
Yeah.
day alone.
Just one day.
He just picked a random day out of his head, like a work memory. Like,
Yeah.
oh, that day I killed 3 people in 10 minutes.
Well, the weird thing is, so Michael Moore, as the Onion reveals itself to us, not only was just like a black ops guy that was like, running guns to wherever, he was actively killing other U.S. senators
Yes.
and
Mhm.
Congress people because of the budgets of whatever. Did Patrick Stewart's character kill the senator or something? Because he
Yeah.
knows about it.
Yeah, that's the gray, murky waters of this movie where it's like, yeah, you're talking about he had all these senators killed because it's like, oh, don't cut my funding. Macklemore's going to get you. And like, I was wondering the same thing. Like, how many of those senators was Patrick Stewart's character garroting in the backseat of a car?
Probably plenty.
Or fake heart attacking Michael Clayton fucking people with
Ooh.
the needle between the toes. Oh,
Right. Or the man bites dog where you take away their pill and scream in their face until they have a heart attack.
That one's a little more time consuming, but is it fun?
but it works every time, baby.
It stands for in your face.
See, that's the thing is the movie is trying to keep up this, like, was he actually doing all this stuff or wasn't he? And it would be kind of interesting if he had some line like that and it cut to a flashback of like Patrick Stewart coming from the backseat of a car choking a dude or whatever. Like, give it some sort of a flavor there. Because also then you have Patrick Stewart having scenes in this movie where he's not just this enfeebled old man with a degenerative, disease.
Also, it would make sense if the daughter started having some I mean, like, I know she's not a character. She's just supposed to be a thing.
No.
It's but like it would be funny if she was like, she starts having flashbacks. She's like, why was Oliver North over for dinner that night?
Yeah,
What the fuck was
exactly.
that? What the shit?
It's like how Mulder always remembers details about his dad growing up, and it's like, oh, my dad was into some heavy government shit too.
I was doing public relations in Cambodia. That was
well, yeah.
it was
We crossed the border into Laos to, put a PR campaign together.
look, it was important. No, we didn't just do it because we were losing the Vietnam War. We did it because it was important.
So one of her whole things, which is like, yeah, it's this weird thing where like it's a home health aide, but she's also a PhD student. She says so. Part of it is like, oh, we're gonna clean up your appetite.
Yeah.
I'm into macrobiotics, so you're going to have a macrobiotic diet. There's a great Patrick Stewart line. She's throwing all this shit out of the fridge, and she goes and grabs this tin and throws it, and he fucking takes it out of her hand and is like, "This is beluga, and it's $300 an ounce."
Which
Just yelling at her.
has anybody like? Has anybody ever seen a tin of caviar? This is you get the butter cookies in this.
This
tin.
was the Costco, yeah, the Dutch butter cookies tin size.
Well,
yes.
because he's just got caviar at home to nosh on. It's not like
Sure.
I'm having company over or there's a wedding that I have to attend.
This is just weekday caviar,
Got
dude.
it. Yeah.
There's several of these in
Yeah.
that
Yes.
fridge.
There's like 8 of these fucking things.
And I
Are
don't
all
see-
you eating is caviar?
That would be
that'll run
amazing.
up your cholesterol pretty high.
Yeah.
Pretty bad.
I don't
Destroy
see
your
a single
toilet.
blintz. I don't see a single thing of creme fraiche.
I don't think-
Nary a little dill sprig. It's just the beluga.
No
I'm a-
curry crackers. None of that shit.
I'm a fancy boy. I love a fancy treat. I'm not a big fan of caviar.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Never had it.
Like,
Oh.
once
I'm
a year.
I'm too
maybe.
I'm too poor for that.
I see.
Yeah.
I got a marble caviar spoon in that kitchen right now.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely.
Do you have tins in your
I
refrigerator?
don't know. We bought a tin one time years ago, and it came with the spoon. Big fan.
Do they sell it in multiple pounds? Like he has it?
Not that I saw, and it was expensive as fuck. So it is certainly a.
I think it's like anything. Like caviar is good once in a while, but like it's not like an everyday thing.
Mhm.
Like
And it's,
a couple times a year you have it. It's nice.
It's the little fish babies.
Yeah, little fish babies.
Little fish babies. That's right.
And it's not seminated, right?
No, there's no.
They're not fertilized.
I don't think so.
Maybe.
I didn't ask anybody.
You might be ingesting some cum.
Maybe.
If that's
No,
what this
I'm
is all
just
going
thinking
to.
about-
I know Eric too
Or
well.
like,
This
maybe
is
there's
all
like
coming
that's
back
not
to.
going there. I was
It's
like,
the most
maybe-
expensive potluck in the world. Yes, Eric.
No. That a little like maybe like a little tiny fish inside one of those bubbles.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
You might.
You're ending
Little
its life.
flavor crystal. Oh yeah, or
That's what
ending
the pop
its
is.
life. I
Uh,
guess I've had roe on sushi.
that's
ro-
it. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's exactly it.
All right.
So you've had it.
It's good.
There you go.
I haven't had the in the Russian stuff.
Sure. Yeah.
Very
the,
salty.
the dark stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she's macrobiotic. So all of his food, because apparently he not only needs to have early onset Alzheimer's, his cholesterol is a problem. Even though this dude, Patrick Stewart, is which we'll find out later in this film, as fit as he's ever been.
Oh,
yeah.
He looks
Oh.
fantastic in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
So she's like, we do macrobiotic. That's what we're going to do. We're going to sit down to dinner. She's got chopsticks. It's like a lot of seaweed kind of scenarios.
Looks awful. It all looks awful.
Yeah.
And he's like, and very silently goes into the kitchen, brings out a Twinkie with very George Costanza-esque, eating a Twinkie with chopsticks. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yep.
He's sucking it out.
It's a Twinkie. It's a packet of plain M&Ms
Which he
and a can of
He
Coca-Cola.
defiantly eats those M&Ms in her
It's
face.
a scene from Blank Check.
Yes.
Like it's not
Yeah.
a scene from fucking a
This is-
movie that's
he's-
supposed to.
It's real little kid shit right
it
here.
turns
Yeah.
out it can be both.
He might as well be putting cartoons and start jumping in his seat
You
like
know what?
this.
You're just making the movie better and better.
That's the first Twinkie Patrick Stewart ever ate, right? That was that. That was,
Probably.
so on page. Hey Dave, on page 86, what am I eating here? What is?
We're gonna need someone to pump my stomach immediately. Have medics at the ready.
One time back on the TNG set, you see Dawn tried to get me to have one of what he called a Twinkie, and I was like, absolutely not, man. It looks disgusting.
I was fooled into eating a ding dong.
I shall not eat ethnic food.
But this is what I was talking about in the intro. Like he clips off
Yes.
the tip of one as if you're like clipping a cigar, and then takes the bigger piece with the chopsticks and puts the cream hole to his mouth and just starts going to town on this guy.
Sucks. He's sucking that.
It's
tip.
pretty great. And then he cracks open the Coke, and again, very kiddish. He's like slurping, like "fuck you, lady."
And then a big old burp to end it all.
Patrick Stewart burping on camera was pretty unsettling.
That's
I have
awesome.
to say.
I think I would have liked this a lot better if he had just gone full kid and like was shaking his ass everywhere. Like,
Yeah.
I'm the best guy in the world.
I'm not going to bed until we watch the Minions.
Yes, that
Who is
exactly.
your favorite minion?
Mine's Dave.
We should watch A Bug's Life again. Let's watch it again.
So,
Wait, is that the one with Woody Allen? Is
No,
that-
that's Ants.
That's Ants.
Ants.
Okay.
oh geez, it's me and Sly Stallone playing bugs.
I'm romancing Sharon Stone. don't
Oh
you know?
right, yeah, Sharon Stone Ant. That's right.
All those bug movies, we got to do some bug stuff.
I actually kind of like A Bug's Life, but Ants is a disaster.
I've never seen either. Bugs Life is Dave Foley's the titular.
Dave Foley
Yes.
is the main guy.
Kevin
Dennis
Spacey's-
Leary is turns into the butterfly. I think
Yes.
at the end.
And then I think the
Kevin
bad-
Spacey's the bad guy.
Okay, so
baddie.
it's like a reunion of the ref.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Get them all back.
nice.
Let's do it.
Yeah, who's the wife in the ref?
Judy Davis.
Yes, that's right. Judy Davis have a quick supporting role in
I don't know.
Bugs
I'd have to
Life?
look, but she'd be welcome, of course.
Oh, absolutely. So this is where also spoiler alert, this is why we said you should just go watch the movie before you listen to this episode. Kimberly Williams-Paisley is fucking crooked. She's working for Michael Moore, this whole thing, blah, 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 blah. Part of this, if you were not crooked and not trying to get his launch codes and whatever, this is where just a normal person would exit the scenario.
Yes.
'Cause this is where he's like, okay, night one, here are the ground rules. And he starts basically saying, like, you're fucking locked in your bedroom until the sun comes up. And she's like, well, what about the bathroom? And he's like, all right. I will
First-
bypass the security so you can go to the bathroom. But if you so much as fart in the middle of the night,
Yes.
this will be set off.
He gets there, but first he's like, hold it.
Oh,
yeah,
right,
yes.
Hold it.
He just takes out a Home Depot bucket. Here you go.
Here's a Folgers coffee can. You ever see the Big Lebowski? Do it.
Then he folds. He's like, okay, one bathroom.
It's real. And so if I'm like a real person and not a, I'm
Yeah.
lying about being a dabu,
Yeah.
I would be like, oh, this man's like imprisoning me like Steven Seagal style. I got to get out of here.
Yes.
That's how that shit starts, dude. It sounds okay.
I
Yep.
bet he does drills too.
We'll do some drills.
Yeah, gonna run some drills with my maid.
Oh yeah, he drilled her.
fat tits. It's my drill.
Now I know what it's like if someone would come in here and
All right.
slap my fat tits.
All right, quick drill. You have to clean up the body I just made.
You're the maid after all.
Come
right?
on, clean it up.
So this is where we also learn about Operation Trojan Horse.
Ah,
And we're
yes.
seeing him. Clearly, this is a routine thing of like, must enter the code to default this launch or else it's going to go. And it's kind of reminded me of like that dude Desmond on Lost always has to keep pressing
Yes.
the button every day
Yeah,
or
yeah,
else
yeah.
something bad happens,
Well, you don't know what the launch is until the very end. So this
Correct.
could be like the whole house could blow. You were thinking,
Right.
you know what
Because
I mean?
he's unhinged and he's ill and that could be anything. And we're saying launch like specifically, so that makes you think.
Yeah.
He
bombs
does
and-
tell father of the bride girl though that it will let out all the information
Yes.
about Michael Moore at some point. That is what this will do.
Yes.
But
But we don't know it at this point, so we think it's like a weapon system.
But like he does eventually admit it. But then like, yeah, I would. But even if I was in that situation, I'd be like, well, I don't know. It's this crazy person. He might also have a bomb in there. Too.
Yes.
It might be that plus that.
And it's kind of cool. It's like you're making this Japanese character properly to be able to do it. I kinda
Oh
like
right,
that. I
yeah.
like
He's
that
got to
code.
drag these little
yeah.
like
The
the
slash
lines
marks,
to
yeah.
make them all into a word. Yeah.
I appreciate those kind of password things over just typing something. At least
Sure.
it's like a little puzzle game.
I play my little game.
My little
Oh,
memory
no.
game.
Oh my God. I've got 30 seconds left. I have to identify all the motorcycles in this picture. Oh no, it's a big picture where I have to put a bunch of little squares to make a motorcycle. But do I count the man riding the motorcycle or do I not count the man riding the motorcycle?
How is that not steps? That looks like steps. That looks like steps. How is that not steps?
Wait a minute, am I a computer myself?
Those are all the fucking crosswalks. What do you want from me?
I
Oh.
don't know what you think a palm tree is, but it's not that.
Oh, the traffic lights again.
I guess it's a shrub. Yeah. Okay, maybe. I'll do it again. Recapture.
This isn't a motorcycle. It's clearly an electric bicycle. This is
Yes.
bullshit.
I got one of those the other day, and it was like identify the bicycles, and it was just a motorcycle, and it was just like, do they even
Maybe,
know?
dude, that's how they're
Yeah.
trying to trick you, though.
But I,
'Cause a human
I
being would be
selected
like,
it, and it allowed. It
Oh,
was
really?
fine,
Oh,
yeah.
no, so it's fucked up. It should have been
Yes.
like trick question. This is a motorcycle.
Yeah, a gun should have came out of the screen.
Exactly. We've now cleaned out your bank account.
Yeah, you get beekeeper.
Yes, beekeeping.
But so yeah, that's what he's doing every day. How do they become fast friends? How does the ice start to thaw here?
Well, it's kind of like we're trying to do she wants to get him out of the house
Yes.
to do a little mobility or whatever. And she's like, hey, why don't you get the mail? And he's like, why don't you make me some lunch and don't tell me what to do? And
Yes.
she's like, all right, here's the deal. You go get the mail
And then get dressed.
and then get dressed.
Yeah, like I'll get the mail and you get dressed. And
That's
he
what it is.
refuses to get because he's like a little kid. He refuses to get dressed or whatever. And then he's
Why
like,
can't I wear the Hawaiian shirt every day?
oh, how about this? I get my own mail and you go fuck yourself.
yes.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's so good.
Oh,
It's
no.
so fucking
I'm
good.
wearing the Goofy shorts.
And
The
then
shorts with Goofy on them. I'm wearing them.
Stuart comes and gets the mail for him, brings it into his bunker thing where he's got all the cameras throughout the house on, and then he's watching her in the pool.
Definitely what they're both what and he's like,
Yep.
hey, say.
Well, this is where Stewart does the Jimmy Stewart impression. She sure looks cute. Looks like a cute pain in the ass. So she looks great in a black Speedo.
Oh, it just came in my pants. Oh, she's great.
It's pretty great.
So unfortunately, the only way I can have sexual intimacy with anybody is talking to old Hollywood ways.
It's the only way I can get it up.
Maybe I can ask her out on a date.
No, mother, I won't be seeing her again. No, but it's really annoying, and it's really like, how much do I have to put up with this guy? Because like Patrick Stewart's like, all right, yes, thank you for the mail. Here's a little something for your trouble, and tries to like give him a little tip. And this guy continues the James Stewart impression to try to turn down the tip, and it's like, oh, Mace, I couldn't take that from you, and I'd be like, that's enough of that now. Just go, take your $10 and go.
Just keep quiet. Don't tell anybody what goes on in here.
Reek, I want to fuck your maid. Reek.
Okay, now do M. Translate some of those lines.
There's a lot of stuff before the ice starts melting because he is so stubborn. I mean, there's another thing where like he sends her to the grocery store, and this is after she has seen the security camera setup, and she's like, I certainly hope you don't have one of those in my closet. And like he doesn't say no, and I'm like, or not a shower, she says, excuse me. And he doesn't say, oh, that's preposterous. Of course not. He's just like totally silent or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, you're fucking
That's
filming
after midnight programming, Missy. That's not during the day.
Oh, okay. It's late at night. Let's see what all the toilet cams look like.
Yeah, totally. I noticed you haven't been flushing on the regular, Missy.
Yes. I noticed that microbiotic diet is giving you quite handsome logs. And I want my logs, mister.
She goes to the store, and it's the second of a few times you mentioned these. I love hearing Patrick Stewart say coupon.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Oh, you're going to go to the store? Don't forget the coupons. He tells the maid, like, oh, yeah, re-up on the Captain Crunch. I have a coupon.
This is an OCD thing for him. Like he's very obsessed with clipping out these coupons.
Yes.
If I was in charge of this guy and I wasn't already certain he was a spy, I would be like, you know what? I would just get every coupon book I could and just put in front of him.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there you
He's
go.
just going to do it all
Go
day.
to
Just
town.
have fun there, buddy.
It could be an OCD thing. He could just be old and cheap.
But like, yes, I mean, I guess it's
Because
just part
he's
of the
loaded.
performance.
And I mean, because you're right. He is loaded. He doesn't need the coupon. So it could be a compulsive thing. But also, he's rich and cheap.
I think it's just part of the performance, more than likely. Like,
I got $3 million in a safe in my closet, but yes, I need to save 50 cents.
And why does he? Because of couponing.
Yes.
It pays
you're right.
off.
because I only paid 90 cents for my canola oil.
Now, this is sparking a memory. Was there a doc, or maybe it was like part of a TV show or something about people in New York that are like insane couponers?
There was a show. I don't know if it was New York centric. There was a show. I was just about to ask you guys about this. I never
yeah.
watched it. It was called Extreme Coupon.
Yes.
What?
No.
And it was a reality show.
Yes.
I can only presume about the cheapest people on the planet.
And I'm sure it was on A&E because they're a very sensitive network over there.
One of
Yeah.
those. It was like an
Arts.
A&E or a TLC thing.
Arts and entertainment, the Learning Channel. Of course it would be there.
These are sensitive people that we're learning things about. It's not a freak show. What are you talking about?
No.
Because the whole thing would be like you'd see these people at the grocery store or whatever, and there'd be a shit ton of stuff.
Yes.
And then it's like you just filed your taxes. Like there's boom,
No.
a
Creating
stack of coupon
Yeah.
paper.
a nightmare for the
the cashier.
A 19-year-old.
Yeah,
Yep.
or someone elderly themselves or something, like an underpaid person
Yeah.
going through this, like your basic tax
Yeah.
documents. That's how it feels to go through all those fucking coupons.
And then on the other side of it, like they come out of the store and it's like, see, I got all this stuff for $20 or whatever it is. And you're like,
And it's
all right, that's a show.
Yeah.
I
And
guess
it's
that's a show.
very rarely like the people who actually need to do that.
Oh, no.
Like very rarely.
there you go, just like Mace.
But while she's out, he has like this. He's got this real industrial metal detector, like a real.
It's an airport wand.
Yes, exactly. It's got the
Yes.
yellow writing on the side of it. Really nice piece. And he's just going through her room and then going, oh, Oh, look at this bra. Oh, I wonder if there's an underwire.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. No metal in here, but I better get my thermometer out because these panties are hot.
Let's the black light. There was a little drippage there.
You know what? Let's take some pictures so I can get some dupes and take some of these for myself back to the hidden room.
I'm surprised he doesn't make a dummy of her.
Listen, I went in there with the best intentions. I was like, dude, you're going to go in there. You're going to check and see if she's a Soviet spy. And then the next thing I know, I'm jerking off. And I mean, I didn't expect it to happen, but it just started. I was like, well, let me just sit on the bed. Oh, well, these are nice panties. And now I'm jerking off.
And I didn't even realize until the post-nut clarity that the Soviet Union has fallen.
I'm just going to hope she doesn't have a wand or a black light thing, because this could really be a problem for me.
There's definitely a moment where he's like raiding that panty drawer and he fucking pulls up a bra and he stares at it for way too long.
He does.
You're a fucking 60-year-old man. You know what this is.
You have internet access. I seen it.
Yep.
It's, especially in the last act, the sexual tension between them becomes very strange.
It's like, where is this movie going? Because once everything does melt away, there is especially one like romantic date night where I was like, what's gonna happen?
Exactly. But so like, you know, he leaves the wand, and you know why? Because he was so posted that. Oh man, I gotta get out of here. He jacked off.
Drunk. Oh no!
I left my metal detector there, man. Oh. I was so concerned about flushing the tissues down the toilet. I forgot about the goddamn metal detector.
I was so certain I wouldn't find a magenta G-string, but that's my kryptonite, man. Every time.
Oh, great. Now I'm jerking off. Awesome. This is, I go in there with the best intentions in the world. And then I start jerking off.
You know what he does to calm himself down, though, I think? Because right after that, the panty raid happens. It's just this random scene of him. He's honestly dressed exactly like Chevy Chase in Christmas Vacation when he's watching the home movies.
Yes.
Because he's just got this big bathrobe on and he's projecting home movies onto a wall. And I was like, is this how you're coming down from the panty raid?
And he's got the panties in his hand. He's looking at the screen and what a wonderful feeling. Family together.
Christmas is the time of year.
Crying.
But it's weird, the home movies. They're like cheesecake video of his wife. Like it's like very sexy wife stuff.
But the little kid is there too. I think it might be a pool situation.
Okay, yeah.
And this is because they don't mention it, I don't think, any other place. I'm like, all right, well, he's like a widower, I guess. Like this lady's kicked off.
I lost my hot wife. We used to have such wonderful weekends where we'd meet the nicest people who would fuck her.
We were riding the bus one day, and then Michael Moore got on and sat on her.
He thought she was a Chrysler manufacturer.
Oh no.
But we also just a quick aside, because we see at some point the daughter, the Dirter's home life, and she's got this husband named like Jeff or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And like he is just calling Patrick Stewart dad. And I mean, like, never gonna happen, dude. I have a mother-in-law. We have a great relationship.
I like how you're announcing this.
No,
like as a don't expect that from me.
I'm not calling her mom. I'm not calling anybody.
No,
I have one mother.
Get that
in this
straight,
life.
Janet.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
I'm not calling you mom. Okay, Janet.
I've never done that either.
No,
to
it's
be
just
fair.
it's
and the expectation was never there.
And B, I also get around calling her anything if I can. You know, it's just an awkward scenario.
You there?
Exactly. Hey,
hello.
I used to definitely be that way with the first names. I'm over that. But never would my father-in-law be dad or my mother-in-law be mom. And they also never, because sometimes it's put upon by the elder, right? Where it's like, oh, you can call me dad. And I'd be like, I'm going to call you Al. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, no. So thankfully there was none of that. But this guy's really pushing it. And Patrick Stewart, here's the thing. You get one, Greg or Dan or Biff, whatever this guy's name is. Like, you get one. You throw out the dad, this guy says, fuck you, motherfucker, don't call me dad. That's it. That's the only time you do it.
Anybody ever tells you that they can call you Al, you just say, nah, 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 nah.
Hey, speaking of Chevy Chase.
Yes.
Oh, how about that? I like how those things turn out sometimes.
then there's like
she yells at him about the spying.
Of
She's
course,
like,
yes.
you left this wand. This is real kid shit. She's like, what is your metal detecting wand doing in my room? And he's like, that's not mine. But even if it was, and I'm like, dude, this is awful.
It's so embarrassing. That's actually Stuart's one.
Right.
I bought him one. I shouldn't have done it. That's my problem. But
Stuart jerked off on your panties.
We were doing a drill, and then Stuart just. Sometimes if you punch a man in the stomach hard enough, he will come. So that is what happened between that explains everything.
That's how Houdini died.
That's right, dude. He got punched in the stomach by that upstart college kid.
Yeah,
and then
and
it
then
just
he
came so hard.
He came so hard. It was so hard that your intestines come out.
it's the most dangerous fetish in the world.
Cum punching.
So
Call them busters.
we have another Stuart scene here.
Belly buster.
Oh no!
Oh, could you give me a belly buster, please?
We don't do that here, okay? We don't. You know what? We had people die here because of that shit.
So
Yeah, a little bit of
do it.
I'll take the around the world half and half and a belly buster, please.
What does it say on the sign? What does it say on the sign? No belly busters. What does it say?
Well, I don't know where to go now that belly busters themselves have closed.
It's not the sandwich.
So it's a real
Stuart
like
shows up.
she's what's that?
There's another drill.
No,
right
yeah,
after
this is exactly where it
yeah.
is because it's like she's berating him like this is all fake. You're being paranoid, blah blah blah, and then they're doing a little bit of like a walk and talk through the house,
Yes.
and she spies a rope has come down from a skylight, and she's like, oh no, he was right all along. And then, oh shit, and she starts getting freaked out or whatever. And this dude has entered the house at this point,
Yeah.
and it's another fight right here, I think.
Yes, yeah, big old fight. We're like breaking art off the wall.
That's right. And she hits him over the head.
the golf club.
She's nervous. Like, oh my god.
Patrick Stewart himself is being garroted at this point because dude comes up behind him and starts choking him. Also,
What's the safe word, Stuart? Like, at one point did this old
dude, it's just he's
belly
getting sprang on.
buster, belly buster.
Now, when I say belly buster, that's code for you to stop and then punch me in the gut so that I can finally come.
I don't care if I die. I need a belly buster.
Look, I'm into dangerous sex, okay?
After this, we're going to wrap a belt around our necks and affix it to the doorknob.
Last weekend, me and Stuart saw The Cell, and that guy's got a great idea for hanging from the ceiling.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm into body modification now, man. It's pretty cool.
Why are you so scared of some hooks in your back? What's so bad about that?
We just went to see because we just both love Vince Vaughn so much. But then all of a sudden, I'm watching this cool movie.
That part though, where D'Onofrio hangs from those, I almost vomited in the theaters where I saw The Cell. By the way,
That movie is. I've rewatched it. You forget that when they're outside of the actual cell, it's all like early fucking digital video. It looks horrible.
Is that right?
It looks so fucking bad, and it's not like all like bleed out like white stuff, like,
No.
but you do get some of that. It just looks like absolute garbage.
I think a couple years ago, because I've never seen it, I tried to watch The Cell, and that turned me off so much.
Yeah.
And it took so long to get to The Cell, I just turned it off.
It takes a long time because you have to. The first girl's got to die before you even fucking.
and it's
get
all
there.
like fake Silence of the Lambs, like, oh, he's playing a game with us, and blah, blah,
I
blah.
took a lady to it, and I was like, this isn't going anywhere.
No way.
Yeah,
A date to The Cell.
Yeah,
Oh, the Jennifer Lopez film makes
That's
sense.
true.
That's
That's true.
Must be a rom-com.
Yes, Wedding Planner, The Cell, same
Yeah.
difference.
J-Lo, D'Onofrio, and Vince Vaughn. I mean, that's a decent cast
Yeah,
right there.
oh
you
yeah,
know?
baby.
Yeah, no, so wait though, when they get into, because it's all like you're going into his mind,
Yeah.
right? That's the thing. Is that like shot on 35? Like,
It's
is that
just-
like better?
I mean, I didn't look at the exactly what it switched to. It just looks so much better as compared
but you're
to.
saying the digital video goes away.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if they like did something to process it in a different way or whatever, but
At
it
that
looks,
time, probably not.
probably not. But
Yeah.
it looked so much
I
better
gotta
than the real
rewatch
stuff.
it.
Yeah.
I remember kind of liking it.
I
Yeah.
think you probably had a DVD when I met you.
Ba-no,
Yeah.
yes, I did.
Yeah, because all the stuff in The Cell is cool, but like getting
Yeah.
in there, man, it takes fucking forever.
That
did.
Tarsum guy made another movie that people
Immortals.
like. Yeah. Is that any good? I didn't see that.
I never saw it.
Oh, all right, man.
But so like now
And the fall was
The fall is what
yeah,
I was
yeah,
thinking of, actually.
They it thaws because the dirter calls in the height of where like maybe you got to take Stuart to a hospital or something, like pulling shit out of his ass and stuff. And he's like ow ow, and like the dirter calls and Andy covers for him.
Yeah,
He's like,
That's
no,
right. This is where the melting
yeah,
starts.
she's nothing's going on. Everything's great. Don't worry about it. Wow, that was pretty cool, man. You
Mhm.
could have knocked me out pretty bad.
You owe me big time. And do they go out to dinner here?
She's
Isn't
making
the
him a
poker
dinner
night?
now, and he's kind of
Making him
cooler
dinner.
with it.
Yeah.
There is romantic music playing, and this is why I
How
was
about
like,
a mambo?
Yeah, dude, I thought a mambo was gonna break out. I was like, what the fuck
There
is he
is
trying to pull in this
A
movie?
joke of like,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody
Something, something, and
get on
get
a
in.
ride.
there's an illusion of like, are they fucking right now? Are they fucking? Because it's like, ooh, ah.
Oh, that's-
oh,
Oh no, yeah, because it's
That's right.
They-
That's
they have a
little
nice
later,
dinner, and it's like, oh, this is a nice dinner. He's like, I have. Not only is the beluga so expensive, I have something else. And she's like, what's that? And yeah, it's the stupidest.
It's a
pan
it's a
over.
fucking fake out.
It's a fucking fake out where she's like moaning. They're like almost being like, is it gonna fit?
I got it here, man. I wrote it all down. I wish "Is It Gonna Fit" was in it. 'cause that
Oh,
would be
it's
great.
It's
so
close.
big.
'Cause
Moby Dick. And then if his heart was a cannon, he'd shoot it at it, or whatever the fuck.
see, they agreed to like start over, is what it is.
Yes.
And so she's like, all right, let's start over. And he's like, I'm Mace, and like the saxophone right here takes
kicks
off.
right up.
So then she says like, oh, well, it's all right. Like a glass of wine's not going to kill you. And he goes, well, I'm in charge of dessert. And it cuts.
Yes.
And it's like the camera is also like on the floor
Oh, yeah,
doing a
dude.
really
Shoes.
slow pan. Yes.
Mhm.
And you hear, don't fight it. Just enjoy it. Then she says, I
Uh-huh.
shouldn't be doing this, Mace. It's wrong. And then nonsense. It's 50% fat free.
I know.
Oh, ice cream joke.
Oh man. Okay. That's
Yep.
you know what? That's great. Can we please go on to the next scene, everybody? Like, like it's just like you're not even trying because you haven't even done anything to suggest like,
They're gonna fuck.
yeah.
Well, the saxophone.
but they're
right
just
there.
laying that on. It's not like
Sure.
anything in the characters was just like,
Shouldn't have this been the end though? Like, because after
Yes.
this, they go outside and he's playing acoustic guitar.
Yes.
Yeah, just romantically playing some classical acoustic guitar. And I was like, this guy's trying to get laid.
Oh, yeah,
He's
when-
a healthcare
Well,
worker.
she's 40 years younger than him. That's Patrick Stewart's MO, dude. He
Right,
loves it.
that's
yeah.
true.
Let
Yeah.
me see if I can play any Dave Matthews Band.
My wife, Sunny. Oh, Sunny is mentioned all over my memoir.
no words
Sunny.
exchanged, no time to exchange. And when all the little ants are marching.
Red and white and in her little hair.
You commit this guy.
They all do it the same way.
Hey, could you cut that out?
Oh, no. Yeah, man. I will after Gray Street.
God damn.
Oh, from the solo?
Yeah, of course, man. It's the good stuff. I mean, like, you must imagine, like, oh, yes, I learned a little Spanish guitar after I did the coup.
Yeah, well, there's something like that because there's a point earlier, it doesn't matter when, but she's like, oh, I think it's like day one. It's like, oh, do you like music? And she goes to turn on the CD player. And it is some kind of like Latin jazz,
Yeah.
something or other. And he like
Oh.
quickly uses the remote to turn it off. But like, I want whatever that. Oh,
Mhm.
I got into this music during whatever assassination
Oh, yes,
I was a part of.
I was the guy that handed Castro the exploding cigar. It was a fiasco.
I'm big into samba, man. It's so good.
But like this whole romantic thing is destroyed because he asks her some question and she answers and he's noodling on the guitar and then he freezes
Yes.
and then asks her the same question again. It's like, up, night's over.
he realized this is at around the point where he goes back to Hector Elizondo dressed as a Hasidim.
Hasidic Jew. This
Yes.
is
That's for some. Yeah, great.
So we're back here. What do you need? Can the movie end?
yes. Now this is the scene where I come dressed up to the doctor as the Hebrew Hammer.
Oh my god.
But and also he's doing all these mental acuity tests on his own, which is like, I need to count backwards from 100 with, using number only fours or whatever. And then
Right.
the other one's going backwards with presidents to whatever.
Like in order.
Yes.
you
And
know.
like, and he keeps fucking it up. But it's, and again, like, it is Patrick Stewart. So like, what some of these actually are very affecting when he's like
They are.
fucking it up. Like, I can't get it right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh boy.
It is.
It's
funny.
good stuff. Candy. Where's my Twizzler?
Well, that's why it's hard to take seriously, Chris, because it's that weird thing where like a real actor's in a bad movie,
Yeah.
and the moments where he's acting as good as he's ever been and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
I
you're
mean,
like,
that's
weird.
This is on the director. Be like, you know what? Less talent.
Yes.
Let's bring it back a little bit here, buddy.
Lighten it up a touch.
And
Oh,
then-
so you're saying this director was too good?
No, Patrick Stewart's too good,
He
and
is
he should
too
have been
good.
like, you know what? This is a movie just with you and the lady from Father of the Bride. That's not Diane Keaton. So, just pay us it.
They're becoming friends, and
Yeah.
it's like, hey, let's do a poker night. The fun thing about poker night is we're gonna play with
Well,
candy and
I
stuff.
think really quickly first he drives home with the dirter,
Oh, right.
and he's like,
This is a bad one.
"There is a
Oh,
bomb
God.
under your sheet." And this, honestly, this scene is way too long. It is like 10, 15 minutes of this drama of him getting out the club to make it like, so there's like pressure on the seat so it doesn't
Yes.
explode.
And he says specifically, it's like, oh, I didn't place that bomb here. I don't. So she's like, okay, I'm gonna take your word for it, Dad.
Right.
And she's freaking out, and then he gets out. He's like, Stuart, you scam. And
Yes, it's fake.
This is where, like, if I'm this daughter, I'm calling this
Oh,
guy
yeah.
and I'm like, do not come near my father ever again. If you do,
Yes.
I'm calling the police and have you. Actually, as a matter of fact,
You
I'm
dirty
driving-
rat. I'm hanging up, Stuart. You dirty rat. I'm hanging up.
That consti-
gonna kill your father, you dirty
that
rat.
constitutes a threat.
Don't start with the Cagney. I swear to fucking God.
Oh my God.
But
And
like,
then we
you
get
need
the
to keep
poker.
this guy away from your
I
father.
would be like, you know what? I gotta get my father away from me.
Yes.
Like,
No, that's-
you know what? This
Also,
is-
that
you
it's-
have this safe house. You're a bajillionaire. Enjoy it. If you die with the fucking ceiling crashing in on you,
At this
so
point,
be it.
I might be calling Thomas Michael Moore to be like, he lives here.
Here's the
Come get him.
passcode.
Yeah, do something.
But yes, then now we're playing poker with candy, and we're having fun. We're smoking. No.
He's wearing a dumb hat.
No, actually,
Chess?
it's before poker. Yes, it's chess. We're playing chess.
This
Big
chess
chess.
set, by the way,
Big
it's now
chess.
2 movies.
Big chess.
It is big chess.
I mean, but now this is 2 movies that Patrick Stewart's in where I'm envious of the chessboard. Because
Yes.
the one that he uses with him and Magneto at the end of the first X-Men movie,
Yeah.
that fucking rules too. But this
Yeah.
one, they're huge. They're like, each piece is like the size of a cookie jar.
It's
This is got-
crazy.
That's because X-Men is 2000, right?
Yeah.
You're doing the history of chess and film, ladies.
No,
and
I'm just sort
gentlemen.
of more curious about Patrick Stewart. Like,
Heard we
he must have
actually-
been so desperate for that fucking X-Men at this point. Like, he's doing Safe House
Yeah.
in 98. Like, you know what I mean? It's like,
Well, because
yikes.
he had at this point,
TNG's over, right?
TNG's long over. First Contact and Insurrection have already come out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And
'cause
they
I think
cut me. I was a bigger role in L.A. Story, and then they cut me down.
Oh, is he in LA Story?
He's the guy who owns the restaurant that everybody's
Okay.
trying to get into.
Hold
Oh.
on. Big
Oh,
year
oh.
for him in 98. I apologize. I take it all back.
Okay.
So 97 he does Masterminds, great film.
Oh, yes.
Conspiracy theories this
Previous-
year too.
previous
Uh,
episode.
He's in a short called Star Trek: The Experience, the Klingon Encounter, which I imagine is some sort of theme park ride.
Yes. That
Yes,
sounds
I
like
think
a
when they had
poster.
that string of like weird Paramount Studios theme parks that were around.
Oh,
and
really?
Yes, but the only reason I've never been to one, but the only reason I know of them is because in the backs of like Star Trek books that I would read, they would advertise like come to these theme parks, but it was in
Yes.
like Indianapolis and
Oh,
all the, and I
man.
was like, I'm never gonna go. To
Are there
these places.
I wonder if there's ones like that and it's just overgrown.
Oh yeah.
With fucking all this shit
yes,
there. I would love that.
dude.
There ain't never been a Klingon experience here. Never ever. He's in a movie called Wayfinders, called as Captain Cook. He's in Star Trek Insurrection.
Sure.
He's in Safe House, and he's in a movie which I now need to watch called Dad Savage, playing Dad Savage.
What the
Sure.
fuck is this? Like he's like a father that's like violent. What's that about?
Wait, we
It's a
couldn't
prequel
use-
to Captain Fantastic.
Six
By lawsuit, we couldn't say Doc Savage, so we're doing it this
Six
way.
people become embroiled in mayhem and murder when Dad Savage attempts to determine who murdered his son and stole his stash of cash.
Wow.
Sounds amazing.
That's amazing. Who else is
Wow.
in this? thing?
Kevin McKidd, which is something. And
Is that the
that's-
guy from all the Steven Summers movies?
The Kevin McKidd's Train Spotting, who is also on Rome for a bit.
I don't know.
Big Scotsman.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Gotcha.
Oh, he's on what do you call it there? Grey's Anatomy forever now. The blonde guy.
Excuse me, he was the groom in Maid of Honor.
Maid of Honor I saw in theaters.
Michelle Monaghan, the guy she's going to be with.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Got it.
Big hunk. But yeah, so they're playing chess, and she's like, "Man, you're gonna beat me, Mace," and he's like, "Oh, really? Want to make it interesting?" And it's like, okay, if you win, you can eat whatever you want, and if I win, you have to go outside. He's like, let's make it more interesting. What should it be? If I lose, I'll wash your underwear for a week.
And I would hate that. It would be so bad if I had to do that.
If I lose, you give me your dirty panties that I can clean.
You know what? Torture me even more. I have to stare at your feet for 25 minutes straight while you wiggle your toes.
Oh, yes. If I lose, I have to wash your clothes wearing nothing but a maid's uniform while you call me a pig.
You see, if you lose, we have filthy sex. Wait a minute.
Double or nothing. You have to belly bust me.
And of course, the editing joke here is immediately after that.
Yeah.
He says that it cuts to Patrick Stewart doing laundry, and it's another him holding a bra up as if he's never seen one of these things before. Sniff, sniff. Before you smell like that pesky laundry detergent, let me sniff, sniff.
Yes. After he gets a crane to move his chess piece, these fucking things.
Yeah, these things are pretty big. But so like now we're fast friends, and now the idea is like every day she's gonna take him out a little bit.
Yes.
He's in a total bomb squad outfit.
Dude, he's walking outside like fucking Hurt Locker with this thing on.
And David Morse is his neighbor, like, God damn. God damn. I mean, I just damn. It's my favorite part of that movie.
He's really impressed.
Like, what? God damn, Jeremy Renner. I've never seen no shit like that. God damn.
But this is around too where like yes, we're making progress, but also like he's degressing because this is where he's shooting at the fake gophers.
Yeah, the lilies line happens
you
here.
kill my fucking lilies. And like
she's got a great line here. She runs out, grabs the gun away from him, says, Jesus Christ, what are you, a Branch Davidian?
Yes. Ooh, nice.
Sick burn.
Sick burn a few years late.
Sick burn because the Waco burned.
But yeah, it's very weird. Oh, this is also the other thing too, is yelling about the live rounds, right? Because like we're using all these like paint bullets and whatever for the drills, but you're telling me this guy's got live ammo in the house? You got to call somebody.
You have to. I mean, again, like he's going to kill himself or someone else.
Look, we learned our lesson with Leonard. You know, it's happened. We learned from it, and we're a little bit safer about it.
There's a really funny part where this fucking Stuart's over like cleaning the pool again, and Andy's like, just kind of like spilling what's been going on and whatever. And the guy, this is a crazy line where this guy goes, now don't get me wrong, I love him like a father. And I was like, do you, Stuart? Do you really?
Does he know that? Because he might fire you if you knew that. Like, I don't know. I don't want this guy as my son.
I love him like a father. He lets me sleep in his shed, and he pretends he doesn't know I'm there.
And he pretends that he likes my Montgomery Clift impression. So you know what? It's pretty good.
Around here, we get another like check-in. What's the state of the election?
Oh, yes, because he's doing
Michael
the vlogs.
Moore.
Yes.
Yes, it's kind of like a captain's log.
It is, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty great. And one of the things is like, oh, dear Lord, if he takes the critical primaries of New Jersey and New Mexico, it's over.
Yes.
What? Well, I was just those two.
I was very strange.
Very odd.
Especially because he's a GOP. They say very specifically.
Yeah, he's a Republican.
Yeah.
And it's like, I was like, all right. But I guess, Eric, this is also the same scene where he is shaving with his toothbrush. So maybe he's just getting the states mixed.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But he does say a line here, too, where he's like, oh, Michael Moore must be close to making his move. What with everyone else now being dead? And you see the thing, and it's only Mace Lowell's name. Everyone else is lined out in red.
Yeah, maybe you should have just spilled the beans on this whole thing before all those other guys died, too.
Yeah. We see him. There's a part where he can't remember the puzzle. And this is like a big tense moment because at this point, we still don't know if this is like actual launching a device, some sort of incendiary thing or whatever. And he's like, oh, the stupid Japanese character. I can't figure it out,
It's the Japanese figure for come the fuck on.
This is where we get the poker night. I
The
think.
poker night, yes, and fuck it. Oh man, what's his face? Stuart, because of course he's wearing a vest and he's got like the arm
The
holders on this.
old-timey card dealer, whatever the
Yeah.
fuck.
If I
that thing
invited
was
you for a poker night and you dressed like that, I'd fucking kick you out. I'm like, dude, this is
no,
stupid.
this is embarrassing.
It's not a costume party, man.
Yeah.
I want to just chill out, drink some beer,
No.
and play some poker.
Yeah, I know it's the Michelin Man. Get the fuck out.
You know what it reminded me of? That terrible episode of 90210 where they sneak into the club
yes.
thing and they're playing, and like Steve Sanders and everybody are dressed up like old gangsters playing
Oh,
cards.
right.
And everyone's talking like bogey for some reason.
At least it's, well, is Stuart doing a voice here or not? Are we
don't-
just playing cards?
I don't remember.
I don't
but
remember, but at least they're children in 90210 are
That's a
supposed
good
to
point.
be.
Well,
Yes.
that's true. Yeah.
Stuart's well into his
Key
40s.
element.
Mhm.
Patrick Stewart is saying that they're smoking cigars
Yes.
and Stewart's just like this.
Yes.
Everybody knows that Cuban cigars are illegal, but
We
in
have to
pop
talk
culture, we have to
about
like
it.
remind people. And it's like, oh yes, these Cubanos, man. And he's like, "Oh, but Mace, aren't those illegal in these United States?" And it's like some great Patrick Stewart line where he's like, "Oh yes, but the illegality adds to the thrill and the deliciousness."
This was us all easing ourselves into nobody really cares about Cuba, right? I mean, like, come on.
Yeah,
like,
let's-
hey, come
after-
on.
You know what? After a foggy day in Dallas, I never had to pay for a Cuban cigar ever again.
Me and George Bush Sr. were just hanging around
Let me
on that cold day in 60.
update my dossier program. Lee Harvey Oswald crossed that right out. Oh, Jack Ruby, what's that? Another red line.
That's right. Oh, every month, like clockwork, Castro sends me a rum cake and a case of cigars. It's lovely.
That would be beautiful.
You know, the guy from Cheers played me in JFK.
So here, Mace Patrick Stewart tries to do an impression back to him, and it's terrible.
blows up in his face.
Like, are you?
Ready for
Well,
another
Stewart, are you
drill.
ready for another drill? ... Punk.
Yes.
Oh,
And I was
yes.
like, oh, so it's an Eastwood line, but that ain't no Eastwood impression.
He
No
just goes a
way.
little bit low. He's like, "You ready for another drill, punk?" It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Are you doing a Patrick Stewart impression? What's going on here?
And he starts getting confused at the
He
table,
gets
and then it's like,
freaked
maybe
out.
you're all in on it together, Bob, or
You
something
want
like
me
that.
to be unprepared for Michael Moore?
And there's
You
a
can
great
come in here any moment.
And he could turn up the fucking temperature to Fahrenheit 9/11, I mean.
Here
I don't think I can face the awful truth, which was his show that he had for a little while.
Oh my God, I might actually be dementia because I confused Fahrenheit, the Ray Bradbury 451 with the 9/11. That's what it's a reference on. Oh, Dad, let's get you to the doctor.
I'm just out back trying to skin my rabbit like a normal person, and Michael Moore might break in here with his camera.
Just because I bashed it on the head with a frying pan.
Sometimes we have to make stew, Michael Moore.
That is a crazy scene in Roger.
Oh,
Moore.
yeah.
Oh,
A
it's
great
nuts.
movie.
It's
I mean,
nuts.
that
It is
I
a
love
great
it.
movie, yeah.
Oh, that Michael Moore, he's responsible for so many tragic murders. You could say he's sick.
Oh,
Yes,
nice.
does everyone remember his not well watched health insurance video?
Apparently
yes.
not, because it was called Sicko.
Oh, Sicko, that's right.
I think so, right?
Yeah,
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 it's
it's
Sicko,
Sicko.
yeah.
Sick was the COVID stabbing comedy, right? Not comedy,
Horror movie. Pretty good little horror movie.
It was not bad.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Pretty
didn't see
good.
this one.
It was
Kevin
Sick.
Walker, and I think it's what's the son?
the
Joe
guy that wrote Scream. What was-
Hyams.
Yes, the
Hyams.
The
Oh,
Hyams.
and Hyams
Kevin,
boy.
Kevin
Williamson.
Williamson.
Kevin Williamson
That's the one-
script and the Hyams boy.
They're
directed.
like in the house.
It's low budget. They go to
COVID.
the, they
Yeah,
go to
it's
the
a COVID
grocery
thing.
store and stuff, but yeah, it's full COVID
Okay.
slasher.
Yeah, I think I saw it. It's like
The
it's,
best
it's
of
a
the bunch-
pseudo home invasion thing.
Yes.
Yeah,
I think we
okay.
talked about it on screen.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I thought it was fun.
It's
It's
I
fun.
would say it's one of the better of the COVID movies I've seen.
Sure, yeah.
Like
What-
those have been pretty bad.
What other
thus far.
COVID movies?
There've been 100. I forget them
100,
immediately because they all
of course.
suck.
The well, one that I didn't think sucked was the short one there that was on Shudder, where it's like
Oh,
the,
yeah.
the Zoom seance movie.
People were
Oh,
talking
so-
about
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Like it wasn't
what it's
it
called.
wasn't explicitly
Host, right?
host. Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't explicitly like COVID. I mean,
No.
they were locked down
Yeah.
because of COVID, but like that was it. They
Right.
didn't
Yeah.
play any other real role in it. But it's like 50 some odd minutes. Like it was totally fine. And that person's follow up film was abysmal and unwatchable called Dash Cam.
I remember you telling me
you
about
can
that.
fucking
Yeah.
skip that.
So this is when Andy, as a present, decides to give Mace one more drill with Stuart.
Yeah.
So now there's two of them, and like this is, I mean, and again, like he's
They
just
get him good.
He should.
They do indeed.
They get him
How do they get
good.
him?
Well, it's like he's
It's the middle of the night, right?
It's the middle of the night.
Thunderstorm. They cut
there's-
the power.
Yeah.
Well, there's some sort of there's got to be a deleted something or other because he's taking like a super shower.
Yes.
Like he's showering, but it's like he's getting the fucking fingernails. Like he's really like something happened to him. Like this is like he should also be like a germaphobe or something.
Yes.
It doesn't make sense the way he's.
Well, no, they actually say in the early goings that something, an early sign of onset Alzheimer's is a obsession with being clean.
Oh, is that right? I missed when Hector Elizondo spit that out at me. But so that's what he's doing.
Hot fire.
That's what he's doing, and it's kind of great because it's Patrick Stewart. Like you get a lot of butt in this scene.
A lot of butt.
And there's a lot
yeah.
of like front like pelvic area
Cum
and
gutters.
the shadow like over covers up like the crotch, but like you're getting right on that inner thigh for the shower
Yes.
scene in Safe House.
Yeah.
Like, you
Pretty
know,
hot.
this was the moment I decided to do on-camera nudity. Safe House.
I just had to let everybody know what I'm willing to do in a major motion picture. You want to see my butt? You
Well,
can
you didn't-
see my butt.
You fools didn't watch Dad Savage, where I'm totally nude.
See,
But yeah.
I can act in a wheelchair. That's why I did conspiracy theory.
That's so he's showering, the power gets cut. He is running around this house only in this towel, and
Yeah.
like he's got night vision goggles on. He looks out at the pool and he sees two people.
Yeah.
And for us in the movie, this is like,
Oh,
it's
shit.
always been one.
Yeah.
So here's it's a real deal thing. And he is crouching down, looking. I mean, first of all, we're doing
Oh,
night
yeah.
vision. That's Silence of the Lambs. You're running around with a gun like that. Sorry. But then he's crouching in this towel.
Oh yeah.
And the camera is in front of the crouch, capturing it all. And I was like, cinematographer, you got to be very careful with these shadows. dude.
Yes. If one ball goes loose, man,
He
it's
could be
over for
hanging
you.
brain in any second.
Yeah, it happens. It can happen any day.
But so and again, because he knows it's a drill somewhere in his brain, he does pull out the paintball gun and shoots them both. But then he also gets shot, and he starts screaming
He's
and crying.
legit scared. And he's
Yeah.
like in the fetal position on the floor. It was like, see, this is now a drill too far.
It's awesome.
So now
Loved
no
it,
more
right?
drills.
You like that, Chris?
I do. I'm very fond
That's
of the
kind of
fetal
like on the
position.
kid scope, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah, yes,
the
it
highs
does.
and lows.
Oh yes, it definitely is, and I'm just laughing. I'm just like, oh man,
no,
this
Chris,
movie.
Chris, I think you're misunderstanding it. We laugh at the parts that are funny in this movie. We weren't laughing at that part.
I was.
No, I was gonna say
I was-
that might
well, I
be
wasn't.
your take.
That was a knee slapper.
But so he goes back to Hector Elizondo, and Elizondo's like, I'm definitely going to change your meds at this point. You know,
Yes.
let's adjust some things. Also, on this new medicine, he specifically states, because this is like what the sad end of this movie is, he's like, any kind of like surprise kind of trauma thing could completely destroy your mental faculties,
Mhm.
is what he says. And it's like, got it. There won't be any more action in this film, mister. Don't worry about that.
And then now he's being, good. He's eating the macrobiotic food.
He's cooking it himself. He's trying to impress them. He's like, yeah, I'll take whatever pills.
I don't know how he fucks up boiling seaweed or whatever's
Yeah.
going on here, because like he's cooking, and it is, of course, he's bad at it, but like he just picks up this huge thing of seaweed out of a boiling pot of water. He's like, oh, that's terrible. And I was like,
What did
you
you do?
just you're boiling a leaf. It's a little thing.
Oh yeah, but what is like if this is what happens to him? What was what did Cobra Commander tell Kimberly, what's her name, to like be like, well, if he actually, submits, I mean, let him alone, I guess. I mean, I guess we don't kill him then.
Well, that's the thing. Why keeping her as this like secret agent sucks, because you don't know, like you get the motivation all spit out at the end of the movie when things have gone tits up. And her
Right.
whole thing is apparently Michael Moore is aware of the story and
Yes.
everything. And she wants to get his,
She wants
the
login,
passwords.
Yeah.
And there are zero clues or breadcrumbs that she's crooked throughout this movie, which
Yeah,
is
nothing.
kind of a problem.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, so now they're fast friends. Every day he's going out a little bit more, and he's wearing less and less of the bomb outfit. You know what I mean?
Until one day.
Well, there's another, like, again, I was like, are they going on a date? Because they're like dressed up all fancy and she's blindfolding him going to the backyard. And this was a really funny moment because he goes, Merry Christmas. And I was like, is it Christmas though?
Yeah.
Can we trust this guy that it's Christmas? Because there's no Christmas decorations in the movie.
There are Christmas lights out.
Are there?
Yes.
Well, his backlight.
Oh, yeah. That's a
Those
good
are just
point.
white
Well,
Yeah.
it's
outside
the thing,
lights.
It's California, you can never tell.
Yeah, you would never be able to tell.
Yeah.
But
Never
like,
snows.
but you can tell in Lethal Weapon.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm saying there's no
Well, yeah,
like
you could put
tree.
the Christmas music on the thing.
You-
But
I know, and all of these things you could put something in to like
Sure.
make me believe that it's actually Christmas.
If we brought a Christmas tree in here, Michael Moore could have put a vicious squirrel in there.
Any
Get
minute.
me.
and they're gonna dance, and then this is some more sexy stuff where she goes, "Assume the position, Mr. Soul," and he's like,
Oh, finally.
I love it when you boss me around."
Oh.
Pegging.
at least tell me it's a paddle. If it's not a peg, that's fine. We can build up to that. But a paddling at least.
How about one more drill into my ass?
I just wanted to be those boys who got slammed by the baseball players in Dazed and Confused. That's what I always wanted to be.
Smack my fanny.
Ben Affleck, me next, oh Bannon.
No, make sure you put the hole in it so there's no resistance. It's got to go straight to the ass.
There's a weird line too, like so they're like sort of slow dancing, and she has put whatever this song is
Yes.
on, right? And they're dancing, and he goes, "That's not dancing.
Oh, yeah.
This is dancing." And all of a sudden, the soundtrack turns into "You wouldn't steal a car, would you?" kind of music.
Yes.
And he's like really just going and like tossing her all over the dance floor and everything. And I was like, where did this come from?
Yeah, the propeller heads start coming back here, and we're just having fun and dancing around. I get like that's the thing is like techno music of the time. Unless you're like raving, like that makes sense. But like
Right.
trying to do normal dancing
looks
to like
very
boom,
weird.
boom, boom, boom,
Well,
boom, boom.
the popular shit in the United States at the time, techno-wise, was like the Prodigy,
Prodigy, Chemical Brothers.
Chemical Brothers for sure.
Yeah, and that's not really dancing music. Like
a little bit.
I get, but you're doing rave moves. You're like jumping around.
Yeah, you
you're
got to
not
be on some ketamine for those dances.
you're not
Need
trying to
some-
like
oh,
suavely
right.
move around.
Like trance music or something.
well, I guess
Right.
yeah, if you were doing like house.
Yes, house.
And so this is where
he's Patrick Stewart's from the UK. He's
Yeah,
probably
oh,
knows
yeah,
it.
that's true.
All about
I was at the hacienda, man. Last days.
I was there in Berlin. No, but this is like they've had this nice. Again, it's another pseudo date, and this is where he spills all the beans about the control room, and this is my dead man switch, and the story's going to go out to all the major news outlets in the world that he's been having all these people killed, and she's looking at all this like dead body footage. Yes. Like, oh, geez, Mace, turns out this is real, huh?
Mhm.
Then the next day, wouldn't you know, a triumphant day. He's outside. He's not wearing
Yes.
any protective gear. And a car swerves in front of him, and he opens fire.
He just opens fire on this car.
throws her to the ground and opens fire on this car.
Here's the thing, though. So we learn it's like, oh, they were neighbors on their way to the daughter's bat mitzvah.
You
ruined the whole
ruined
day.
the Tubin's daughter's bat mitzvah.
Yeah.
And fucked her up for life, she
Isn't
says.
that amazing? You're just going to your bat mitzvah and Patrick Stewart
Shooting at your car.
But this car, the way they
By the
film it-
sorry, that was not anti-Semitic. I'm just insane.
No. I actually dress up like some of you people sometimes.
but the car is shown speeding towards them
Yes.
and getting faster. And I was like, what is this then?
They're in a
Mr.
rush.
Driver, possibly.
A rush. for
They're in the
bat
rush. That
mitzvah.
was the rush to get to the bat
L.A.
mitzvah.
traffic. Forget about it. You
Not
gotta
a
get there.
horn, though.
I mean, this would definitely, Andrew, what you're saying would definitely be good in court. You would
Yes.
definitely be like, look, it swerved in front of me, so I killed the girl. So what?
Well, because they say you're lucky they're not pressing charges. I'm like, they're not pressing charges.
Well, because again, another weird thing about this is, and I guess it's just a cheap movie and you can't be like actually having these kind of effects, but like he's shooting at the car and nothing's happening to
Yeah,
it. And I was
bulletproof.
I was like, it's a bulletproof car and it's speeding up. Here's the big one. This is the real fucking deal.
Yeah.
This is not a drill. And then they're like, oh, it was the neighbors. And I was like, the neighbors doing 70, like seeing him in the road and accelerating not honking a horn, and then also the car appeared to be bulletproof.
Yes.
I'm on Patrick Stewart's side with this one.
Yeah, you know, he should have shot more is what he should have done. Until they would break through.
If any of his cameras picked it up, maybe he would have a defense. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah. Also, I surveil all my neighbors. Don't worry about it, Your Honor.
What defense? You're not allowed to just draw on a car that comes near you, dude.
Well, you know, he used to work for the government, thanking for his service.
Nobody got hurt, man. I mean, come on.
Listen, this neighborhood has to be used to the sound of gunfire because he's fucking firing that gun every morning at the Gophers.
Yeah.
It's adorable.
It's true. I mean, he's only going to jail for 5 years.
So now the sister and the son-in-law and Kimberly or Andy are all just, we're to get rid of all the guns in the house. It's over with.
Disarm him. Yeah, and he's watching them talk about it through a sniper scope.
Oh, dude, that is so crazy.
Like, you don't realize what's happening at first. And like the first person in the crosshairs is that daughter. And I was like, he's going to do it. This will right the ship.
I was waiting for him to put it back where Ray Fiennes and Schindler's just like, here we go.
Yeah, so they're like, we got
stretch a little bit.
Confiscate everything that looks like a weapon. They're taking the decorative stuff off the wall. They're taking stuff. Oh, not this room. You're signing my death warrant.
Also, you will not take my 300-year-old sword.
This is great.
And he almost decapitates the son, which
the
is great.
son-in-law. Yeah, he
Great.
puts the knife the blade right up to his neck.
And
It's
this is
fucking
where
awesome.
you as the son-in-law, Gus or Gil, whatever he is,
Who cares?
you got to be like, all right, I'm dropping the dad thing.
Yes,
This
we're
guy
done.
almost decapitated me. Clearly, he's not playing with a full deck. Why chance it? But yet, he persists.
Yeah. He must really be in love or he wants to die.
No,
One or the other.
But I think Patrick Stewart even says it at some point, like, "Oh, Dad, this and that. You just wanted me to be your father so that I can pass on my all of my money to you." I'm like, yeah, that sounds about. That's a long and short of it, dude.
No, Dad. I love being almost decapitated when I come and check on you. I don't want your money.
So he kind of has like a flip out or whatever because he's upset about the clearing out of all the weapons, and it's like he's taking it out on Andy. Like he's laying in his bed with the sword.
Yeah.
Like what it looks like when you bury a knight. Like he just has this like sword on his chest. And he starts doing like an impression of her, like, "Oh, I'm Andy. Why don't you come outside with my macrobiotic food? Yeah, cool.
No, Gus, you cannot take my coins. They won't let me into the Continental again. Please, give me back my coins."
And he says, "Miss Mary Poppins had to take me for a fucking walk in the hills."
Yes.
Oh, man.
It's great.
Hey.
But now he knows it's just a matter of days before Michael Moore gets him.
Yeah,
we're
we
getting-
get a mailman fake out.
Yes, we're getting paranoid about the mailman.
The
He doesn't have
mailman's a
pen.
lot. The mailman comes to the door. He's like, "Hey, the other mailman said, or his kid's having a baby. He's with them. Okay, I need you to sign this. Okay. Oh, my pen's broken. And he goes, "Wait here, please." He leaves. This mailman goes inside the house.
No way. Yeah.
I'm going to stand my ground, motherfucker.
Well, yeah.
Oh, wait, we're not in Florida.
Whoever is having the grandfather is about to have a baby here, they should have called him and be like, "Look, this guy has guns, not one gun, guns." So he just leave it for him.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, just leave it.
Oh, hey, Dave, you're filling in for me this weekend, right? Yeah, because my daughter's going to be having the kid. Yeah, okay, listen. This guy is crazy. Whatever you do, don't walk into his house without him knowing.
He walks in and he's like, "Oh, I knew I had a backup," so he's got another pen.
Yeah.
Scene kind of comes to nothing, but it leads us to a nightmare,
The nightmare,
which is good. Yeah.
It's somebody cleaning the pool, and it's this guy, and it's like, "What happened to Stuart?" He's like, "Stuart's sick, and so are you." And he pulls out a machine gun.
He's like, "Don't you work for the post office?" Not really. And
Yeah.
starts shooting. Would have been a good moment, but it was all a nightmare.
It's just so many of these fucking fake outs, though. It just gets so annoying.
Yes. Well, because in the fake out, both him and Andy get shot and killed and go in the pool together.
Yeah. And I mean,
he uses her as a human shield, which is very
I
funny.
love that.
I mean, a story like this needs to be an hour and 50 minutes. So I get why they do this and add some time to let us really sink into the movie.
Right.
This has happened after they made the deal, right?
What
Is that what you're going to say?
What deal?
He makes the deal with
right.
her, like,
Oh,
"Hey, you got to help me tomorrow morning. We're going to leave. We're going to drive to San Diego. I'm gonna get all this money out of my Cayman's account. You're gonna help me disappear. Then he has the
500,000 tax free.
Yes. Come on, kid. 500,000.
We're gonna stop really very quickly at San Diego Comic-Con so I can get the special Predator figure I've had my eye on for many years now. It's only there. It's the only place you can buy it.
I refuse to leave these United States without that Predator figurine.
Do you know what the shipping from Thailand is?
But he follows her somewhere, right, or something. And
Because he wakes up in the middle of the night with the nightmare, and he sees that she is in his office trying to do his dead man twist.
She's watching the tapes and everything.
So he like follows her to like her killer apartment, like like the killer apartment. Like
that's
David Fincher's The Killer.
Yes, this is where you start realizing like she's not on the up and up because he puts a tracker on the car. There is a hilarious Patrick Stewart doing some dangerous driving where it's like there's a truck in front of him and she makes the light. He doesn't. He's like, oh, fuck this. Almost kills like 6 people trying to tail this woman. And then, yes, we get to a house. He's driving this Jaguar, by the way. And I wondered, because Patrick Stewart talks about he's had some like prized Jaguar that it was one of the first things he was ever able to afford.
My Jag, man.
Yeah. And he's like very proud of it. And I was like, I wonder if that's the Jag.
I hope so.
Wow.
Oh, can my Jag? Okay, interesting. On page 114, can my Jag be in this movie?
You have to pay my Jag a scale.
I call it Riker.
Oh yes,
Oh, yes. But yeah, so he follows her to this house. And
he's doing he's doing a terrible job following her, and she's doing a terrible job. If she's a super spy, this guy is riding her ass.
Yes, you're getting like the distance from a little computer voice in his car, and it's like target is 20 meters in front of you, and I was like, back off!
You are up his ass.
Wait, isn't that the car from the driveway I just left following me?
With that pointy-headed bald. Oh, hey! Oh, hi!
You're out of the house! Yay!
I'm going to the grocery store.
Oh, what's that?
The
Is that-
groceries.
I thought. Oh, I thought Mace was behind me. Turned out it was just some Orthodox Jewish guy. Got it. Phew. But yeah, so then she leaves and he sneaks into the house, and it is very much a Michael Fassbender, The Killer house, where it's like garbage. I love one of the first details is there's just garbage food everywhere. Like she, in actuality, eats like shit. And I need a line for him to just be like, that fucking macrobiotic diet was for nothing.
There's cheese doodles everywhere. He's just eating them.
He's like teasing her when she goes back to house. He's like, oh, I think I'm going to order some Pizza Hut. You wouldn't be interested in that, would you? A meat lover's pizza.
With like extra breadsticks, possibly.
And those delicious Pizza Hut
Oh, no.
Dude, Wing Street. I wish somebody flooded that town.
Was Pizza Hut the you eat the backwards? Did they?
Yeah,
the
stuffed crust pizza.
Stuffed crust, baby.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
hell yeah. I think it's back in some capacity.
Our favorite president was on that commercial.
Yeah.
You got to turn it around and take a bite out of it.
But now I think about it, they probably shouldn't have gone with Pizza Hut. You should eat it from the back.
Yeah.
Probably not the best idea. Maybe not.
Pizza Hut, get munching, also terrible.
You
Yeah.
got to munch the rear end.
Of the pizza. The
You could
pizza
do
is what it means.
analingus on the pizza.
We call it pizzalingus.
Pizza Hut, the crust goes right to the rim. And so on.
Yes.
Tongue it.
He also Pizza Hut, tongue it.
I think that's a little bit much, Josh. We're doing it.
That's what Patrick Stewart's doing to that fucking Twinkie earlier in the
Yeah.
film. Twinkie, tongue it.
He's sucking it right
So
out.
we're at the big reveal.
Yeah,
here.
so basically,
Yeah.
like he sees all this stuff. He finds like a satellite phone or something,
Yes.
and then basically the next thing you know, he's back at home and he's just reading the newspaper very casually. Oh, what is in the newspaper today?
Oh, you know me and my coupon clipping.
She's like, I'm just gonna take a shower, and I'll make us nice lunch. She gives him a big kiss on the cheek. 'Cause I mean, like, the question is, like, if they're going away together, they're gonna get fucking, right? I mean, that's just the.
There's been a discussion at least.
Yeah.
She is preparing to kill this man.
Well, that's
There's
true.
been
Yeah.
a
know, there is that.
discussion. A discussion if they're gonna fuck.
I think that probably if you're going on a vacation together, you
listen.
have to have the discussion.
It's tax free, but there's some.
Show is my
strings
dick.
attached.
Andy, I was just booking a suite for San Diego Comic-Con. Should there be one bedroom or two?
Oh, they only have queen beds. Oh, isn't that so sad?
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to book one of those rooms that's the same room, but there's 2 queen beds in case. But hey, it could go either way.
Or you find a guy, I find a gal, and we use those 2
Yes.
queen beds for Fargo sex.
And then we become vicious swingers.
And, I do have this, we're going to San Diego Comic-Con. I have this slave Leia outfit if you are interested. You don't have to be. I'm going to go as that dashing rogue Captain Beakard.
Oh no, the handcuffs are for spy stuff. It's the spy stuff I need.
Yeah,
it
it's
for.
spying.
Yes.
That's for spying.
Yes, and in case I find a bad guy.
So he's like, oh, she's going to take a shower. Now here's my move. I'm going to go under the sink where I knew there was like 1 gun left or whatever, and it's not there. And then you just hear looking for this. And this woman who knows her score the entire time, she knows the twist of this movie.
Yeah.
She is ready to kill this guy. She has, for some reason, actually taken a shower. And so here she is with wet hair. She's got a fucking towel on and this machine gun. And I was like, you should not have taken this shower.
Oh, it's
But
too
what if he had tried
sexy.
to walk in, Andrew?
Yeah.
Then she would have really been up Schitt's Creek.
You have to
I
at
guess
least
that's
run
true.
the shower.
Yeah,
for a
yeah.
minute,
Well,
I
turn the
guess.
water on, sure, but she has literally taken a shower.
Yeah.
He's like, so who are you working for? And she's like, oh, I never went for the God country and blah, blah, blah. It's all about the money. It's like,
Yeah.
freelance.
Yeah, I never
really?
went in for any political ideology or whatever. And I got to
You
say,
are some piece of work.
right, that's a good one. This woman seems totally fine. Nice lady. Those Father of the Bride movies are fun.
Fine.
Her trying to do this
No.
mustache twirling, now I'm the villain.
Mhm.
I feel
It's
like
not
she
for
must
her.
have gotten a script rewrite and she was like, wait, this is on me now? I didn't sign on for this.
The whole thing about her and Father of the Bride is like she's the most innocent, like nice
she's-
looking person in the world. She's
She's
so friendly.
sweet and cute, and in this movie, she's sweet and cute for a very long time until she has to be like, and now I've got a gun.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
And in this one, I really broke out. I handled a gun. I tried to be mean.
she goes like, the code now. And it's completely unconvincing. And he responds, fuck you. I'm not giving you shit.
Awesome line.
That was kind of a funny one.
And
Because he
meanwhile-
really gets an emphasis on that. Fuck. It's a really
Yes.
good fuck.
Meanwhile, while this is all happening, here comes Stuart
Yep.
Yeah.
from around. Like you watch him like pull up to the house. He gets his pool stuff out. He gives a fun flirty wave.
And because it's funny, right? He just sees, oh, there she is, has a machine gun on
Yes.
him. Oh.
And
Yes.
then it's just doing John Garfield impressions to himself before he gets there.
And so he like puts all his little skimmer wand down, his chlorine tablet bucket down, and opens that door. And just because he's the funniest man in the world, here we go with a Don Knotts impression. Now, Wendy, I thought we agreed no more drills. This isn't a drill.
Shoots
Your
him.
last
So good.
moment on this mortal coil
Yeah.
is doing a Don Knotts impression.
So-
Explain that to
sounds-
St. Peter.
Well, it sounds like the death of a podcaster to me. You know?
Yeah, but I'll be at the. Mine would be like I'm at fucking the Chattanooga Improv, being like, "Oh, I got a big cum gutter." Ah! Die.
Yeah, it's worse.
It's somehow worse.
Andrew's last words at the Tempe Chuckle Hut was, well, I don't remember what he said, but it was in a really bad Jim Belushi impression. And that's unfortunate. I
Sad
mean, it's
story.
just this moment, I feel, fellas, is what sold us on this movie back in like 2005.
It's hilarious. I love every minute of it.
It's so good. And then we get like a little, Patrick Stewart does find another gun. And it's like,
Yeah.
we're going to shoot each other at the same time. He nails this lady right through the heart.
I love
just
it.
one shot. That's all I needed.
And she just kind of gets him in the shoulder a little bit. But like,
course.
this has done it. This has broken
Yes.
the wiring in his brain. He's like slowly becoming almost like catatonic as he tries to call
He lets
911.
He lets the Michael Moore shit happen though.
He does get that off. He remembers the password. He launches that.
All the newspapers are getting these transmissions, and then he calls 911, and like, there's a dead lady in my pool,
And it's like the LAPD's 911 operator is like, yeah, it's Los Angeles on a Thursday. Great.
and he's like, and they're like, what? Okay, all right, sir, we'll send to you. And what's your name? I don't know.
Yes.
How many hours? So you're up in the hills. How many hours would you like for us before we get there so you can cover it up?
Yeah,
exactly how much?
How much time are you going to need?
We'll be there in 4 hours. Is 4 hours good enough?
Our evidence planting team is on the way.
I just love him repeating, there's a dead woman in my kitchen.
Yeah.
There's a dead woman in my kitchen.
And there's a dead impressionist in my pool.
It's not a problem. We had the same thing happen at Robert Mitchum's house the other week.
Oh my God. Call an ambulance. John Knotts has been shot in my pool. Someone murdered John Knotts in my pool.
America's favorite comedian.
The star of my favorite film, Hot Lead and Cold Feet, is dead in my pool.
Yeah, this guy Stuart should be churning around in the pool like T-1000, doing all the different impressions before he dies.
Oh, Margaret.
You talking to me? You know, the whole thing, all of it.
I think that's what would happen if you shot Frank Caliendo.
What was that?
Well,
Was
the
that
one way to find out, man.
Okay, legally, we're not encouraging.
No, of
that.
course not.
parody?
If you dropped Frank Caliendo in a thing of lava,
Yeah,
you'd see
Oh,
him all
that'd
come
be
out.
great.
John Madden.
Go ahead and try that. That's too hard to pull off.
I didn't appreciate the Awakenings impression, so I thought that was pretty.
Now here's a guy who's got one chip left.
Oh man, I hate it. Yeah, so it's this fucking hysterical copter shot looking down at this dead impressionist in the pool, and he's just on the phone like, I don't know my name.
It's a good shot.
And we get a very specific news report. It's like, oh, today President Michael Moore will not be president after all. I love the idea that like everybody is like, well, now they're going to press charges against this guy. I was like, no, they won't.
Right. It's more explosive than Watergate, Iran-Contra. The FBI has linked Michael Moore to the deaths of senators, blah, blah, blah.
Well, it turns out Jerry Brown will be president now.
That's right.
And also,
Well, no, actually, we're going to let the voters decide. We're not actually going to arrest this gentleman. No, it's in the middle of an election. How could you arrest someone for murder
I
and
know
crimes?
we're sitting here, we're supposed to proceed over laws, but maybe it should be up to the voters.
Yeah,
what,
I mean, it's
what is enforced?
existence.
Best country
It is
in the
indeed
world.
futile, as Locutus once told me. Oddly ending with a Kissinger quote there at the back end of the
Pretty odd.
movie.
Weird.
Odd. It's an odd look for
I
Safe House.
forgot about that. What was the quote again?
It's something. It's like even a paranoid can
Yes.
have enemies.
Right, yeah. That's the whole.
Even the paranoid can have enemies.
Yeah, we know.
Couldn't you believe it? I'll still be around for another 25 years after this movie uses my quote.
I was actually quoting Nirvana with that quote. They didn't say it, but that was I was listening to Nevermind.
Yes, rape me, my dear. It's a Nirvana song.
I know it's heresy, but I actually do believe In Utero is better than Nevermind.
You'll find those.
Do you
people
want
out
to
there.
hear my Don Nuts impression? Jack Tripper, are you a homosexual or no?
Oh, looks
You're
like-
living down here with these two beautiful girls. Are you actually homosexual or no?
I guess I'll have to sing All Apologies, the Nirvana song.
Demi, have you ever heard of my Jack Nicholson? It's hold the chicken between your knees.
Oh, wait, let me do it again. I have to hold my hair back. Hold the chicken between your knees.
Yeah, it is. Now it is funny.
What a talent and what a lady killer.
Worked on it for years.
Well, rotten piss, right?
Yes,
Rotten Piss
thank God.
indeed. And Rotten Piss, this is the end of the movie. We'll go around the horn here. Final thoughts. Christopher Cabin.
Black. I mean, if you really love Patrick Stewart, of course you're going to enjoy
doesn't?
this. I mean, yeah.
Who,
I mean,
do you not?
I like him, but I'm not going to assume
So,
everybody loves him.
Chris, I need you to rubber stamp this movie.
I'm never going to rubber stamp it. It's, again, if you're a huge Patrick Stewart guy, person, go ahead. This is a field day.
Yes.
Do not pay attention to it for the love of God.
No.
But, have it on the background. You'll have a fine time, but not very good. No.
Counterpoint Eric Siska.
See, the thing is, I think on Letterboxd I said that I would have given this 4 stars if it was like 30 minutes shorter.
Yes.
It's just too long. It's just too overwrought. But the moments that it has moments are so good, it's worth seeing, in my opinion.
There you go, Steve. Say that.
Yeah, huge seeing is believing energy here. I would request that you don't watch this on Freevee because that took me about 4.5 hours with those commercials.
Really?
Freevee really loads them on.
They really.
Tubi's not as
Tubi is where I was a fool. I cheated on Tubi with Freevee, and I'll never do it again.
Don't you dare cheat on
The people's streamer, Tubi.
That's right.
Hey, I will say I watched this on Tubi. One commercial.
Really?
At like 75 minutes, one commercial popped in.
Not bad.
I only had 2 or 3, I think.
Yeah, it was
I
a
love
really,
it.
it was like a quick like Taco Bell thing or something, and I was right back to the movie. I couldn't believe it.
But yeah, it's a blast if you're a Stuart head. It's seeing is believing. I actually hadn't seen this movie in about 20 years, or not 20 years. I hadn't seen the movie in about 15 years since we last watched it, and I was surprised how much I was laughing.
Yeah. It's a seeing is believing thing. No, it's not a good movie. Yes, it is about 25 to, you could even argue maybe 35 minutes too long. But yeah, for the Stuart heads out there, absolutely. You will be shocked, guys, to find out that this movie does not come up in his memoir. I could not believe it.
Come on, not even
What the fuck?
I know. It's fucking
Does Dad
ridiculous.
Savage show up or no?
No. Dad Savage, no. Conspiracy Theory, no.
Wow.
This movie, no.
See, you had to. This is where you would have to trust the God, the King, James Lipton, to ask him about Safe House and Indie Actor Studio.
That's
If you had
right.
gotten him in that chair.
Well, he can now ask that to
In heaven.
Kissinger, right?
Yeah. Well, heaven or hell. Lipton might be in either.
He's
honestly.
in hell, dude. Sorry to break it to you.
Sorry, Jimmy Lipton.
Yes.
But yeah, no, it's a seeing is believing type recommend. But that is going to do it for this episode on Safe House. As always, if you want more We Hate Movies, check out the Patreon, patreon.com/We Hate Movies. This month we have a We Love Movies, all about the kick-ass 1984 David Lynch Dune, which Patrick Stewart is in playing Gurney Halleck, which is why we are doing this movie, of course.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Animation Damnation, get your fucking stomach girded for that as we talk about Kathy's Valentine.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was the nadir of life watching that one. And then on the Gleep Glossary, we're talking about Cabe and Muftak, a gruesome twosome from the Mos Eisley Cantina.
The best appetizers at my local Japanese restaurant.
Yes.
And then if you guys are Renegade fans, you're going to want to check out our Once in a Lifetime,
That's right.
Branscombe Richmond's Hour to Shine, which is a hider in the house job. That's a very fun movie to watch as well.
The Walls Are Watching.
Walls are watching.
AKA Foreclosure or
Yes,
Foreclosed
I
or
believe
something?
so, yeah. And also come see us on the road. We're going to be in Atlanta, Georgia, April 25th at the City Winery, talking about Gamer. May 14th, we'll be in Houston, Texas at the Houston Improv talking about what movie, folks? RoboCop 2.
Oh, yeah.
And then the next day, May 15th, Austin, Texas, Cap City Comedy Club, talking about From Dusk Till Dawn,
Yes.
WLM, if there ever was one.
Hell yeah. Those are going to be a lot of fun, dude. WHMPodcast.com for those tour date tickets, and all the info is right there on our website. Now, next Tuesday, you could get the next We Hate Movies episode ad-free on our Patreon at the $8 level and up, or you can get it on the free feed with commercials. But either way, Steve, next Tuesday, We Hate Movies rolls on with what conversation?
The Luck of the Irish will be very present because we are bringing our good friends from Dead Meat, James A. Janice and Chelsea Rebecca, to talk about Leprechaun 3.
Oh, yeah. This one, I believe, is where he goes to Vegas. There's a lot of Vegas-related.
Oh, nice.
We're not in space yet. It's
Yeah, no,
not
this
quite
is
there.
where there's a lot of shenanigans.
Andrew and I were at a bar last weekend, and some guy just started being like, man, that third Leprechaun is really good. Out of nowhere. And I was
out
like,
of
"Shit."
nowhere. It was really weird.
That's ominous. That's an omen right there.
I know.
yeah.
It's like we're barking up the right tree next week, where we welcome James and Chelsea from Dead Meat back to talk about Leprechaun 3, Leprechaun in Vegas, which is just a fake subtitle that I'm making up. 'Cause I
Sure.
think it sounds pretty hip. But until next week, when we're talking Lep 3 with our Dead Meat buds, I've been Andrew Jupin.
Steven Sadak.
Eric Siska.
Chris Cabin.
Take it easy.